Yeah, we got to introduce the concept of chug choruses on this fucking on this episode. The chug chorus, of course, the chug chorus. Chug, 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 chug. There's a lot of good chug choruses on this Unearth album. It's like all chug chorus, dude.
Yo, it's
all
like,
about that chug chorus.
Well, yeah, I guess they don't have
like
choruses.
chug
Yeah, chug parts. Yeah. I guess that's true. Well, should we get started?
Yeah, we can start. What's the order?
Me, you, then Alex.
Okay.
So Unearth, Protest, and Being is an Ocean. Being is a Brocean. Fuck. Hell yeah. Alrighty. Yeah! What up, everybody? It's me.
And me.
And
I'm here too.
the return of Charles Damsky Alex. Not your middle name. Charles. That's Max's.
Chip Damsky.
Yeah, Chip Damsky. I like Chart Damsky.
Chart?
Yeah, C-H-A-R-T, like a chart. Chart Damsky, dude.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's
Chart,
not bad.
Dude. Yeah.
Very intellectual, dude.
Yeah, Chart Damsky.
Tails, miles, chart, per hour.
Definitely.
Esquire. I gotta throw that in.
Well, we should probably, I don't know if Alex told you, but we went to motherfucking WC Social Club last night.
Uh-oh. Shame on
that
you.
Red show.
What show?
That band Red. Do you know who they are? The alternative rock
Yeah,
band. Well, we went to go see.
Yeah, our old drummer, me and Max, we used to be in a band with this guy called Vince.
He's in a band called Stolen
Stolen
Skies.
Skies.
And they were pretty good. And he's, I think he's going to be taking drum lessons for me. So I wanted to go out there and
cool.
meet him and
Support.
say what's up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But dude, I'll save this for off the air, but I have a story to tell you about this show that you're going to like laugh at. But yeah, it was pretty like insane being there. And I was definitely like, and the fire department showed up during Red set.
Yeah, because
and
the thing kept going on. The
fire alarm kept going off by the time they were like getting,
Yeah.
Somebody getting crazy with the foggers or what?
I don't. It must.
I don't
must
know
have
what
been
it was.
something like that. I have
Red
no
had
idea.
like insane production for that dumbass venue. Like they had like a giant riser for the drums.
Is there one guitarist in that band or two?
I didn't even watch their set.
Yeah, I didn't see them.
We left pretty much before they, well, like
can't
right when they
remember
started.
if like I saw that band in Green Bay, if it was another band with a similar name.
I mean, they had a lot of people there for him somehow. I've never heard of them.
I have, and like their biggest claim to fame was the fact that like I think it's like their biggest album or whatever. They actually use like a real orchestral band for all like the symphonic stuff that they do.
That's cool.
As opposed to like, using MIDI and all that stuff.
Shit, doing it the very incredibly easy,
Right,
and same
the cheap
sounding way.
Yeah.
Like that first band that was playing last night. That
they
first
had
band
those,
we saw.
They had fucking like MIDI keyboard shit
rough,
going
man.
on. Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. We only saw two. Well, I only saw two of the bands. I was like going back and forth between smoking this bong in my car and try to get through this show.
Fair enough.
It's a lot of.
They fucking they had the first band was just like one of those. It was like an alt rock band that had like every guy was just like a copy of the other guy,
like a different version of the same guy. They were all wearing plain black shirts and backwards hats and had short hair and.
Yeah, it was funny.
I forget what they were called. I think they were called Transgressions.
Did they have similar like stage moves? Like they all did the same thing?
Yeah,
They
I mean, it was
really
just
have
like
stage moves. Honestly,
Okay.
They kind of just hung out.
Yeah, they're like they were a
would've been
band that had a
really
lot of
extra.
like MIDI tracks and stuff, but their live band consisted of two guitar players and a drummer, and one of them is a singer.
Yeah,
Both of them.
the other guy
guy
did backing vocals. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like there were so many songs where there would be like a symphonic interlude and a bass part. I'm like, what the fuck? Nobody's playing on stage right now.
It's literally you're just
It's
listening
literally
to a
like how
computer.
you described how you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna have Capsize running on a computer. This is basically like that.
It's a ballsy maneuver.
but it's a much worse band and like
Yeah, it's
debatable.
Just,
I don't know.
It's like they weren't like a. It's like music like that. It's like it's never bad to me. It's just like I don't get like why you're still doing
Hold
that
on
shit.
to it like that.
It's
Yeah,
very
I don't-
cringe to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it. I just don't get like why you would still do that kind of. And like it's like they had backing tracks and they had like like they clearly knew what they were doing. The one guy had 2 PRSs and shit, and the other guy, it's like they knew what they were doing, but they were still writing generic music. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't
all they know.
understand.
I mean, that's probably one of the situations. I don't know who those guys are, but chances are they're probably very difficult people to work with, and that's all they can do.
Maybe.
you know,
They were-
like,
Well, they were
young.
a local. They were a local.
Yeah,
band.
it was a local band,
Yeah.
Transgressions, and they looked younger than us as guys.
that's
Yeah, I'd say maybe they were around the same. They definitely weren't in they were definitely in their late 20s, if not
Yeah.
older. You
Yeah.
know,
Some of them maybe
probably
it's
not
like
too
a
much.
generational thing of like, because it's, I was just talking to Gabe about it today, how like easy it is to just like be a one-man band, at least like as a studio project. Like it's super easy.
It's incredible. It's easier than being in a band.
Exactly. You're not fighting with a bunch of people, but then at the same time, it's like you're less likely to play out, but it is obviously possible. Like you saw those guys do that, but like it's just not as cool.
Yeah.
And I think there's a weird social disconnect between younger musicians as opposed to like us. Like we're used to the idea of like, oh, we'll get some dude in and get to know him and then we'll play music together. You know, like, whereas I feel like younger kids are like, why would I want to do that? Why would I ever want to like, you know, put myself through that?
In the past 10 years, it's just been such a thing where it's like when a band loses a member, he gets replaced by a track.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, that's been, I mean, Volumes did it. After the Burial did it.
Faceless did it.
Fucking the Faceless did it. Like a lot of bands with bass players did it.
A lot of bass players being replaced by computers.
It's so weird.
I mean, it's so commonplace.
That was so fun. Yeah. And it's like, it was like lame for a while, and now it's kind of just like expected.
Just commonplace.
Yeah, I know. Unless you're a death metal band.
Yeah, depending.
Yeah, right? Like depending. But
yeah.
I bet every band we'll see tonight is going to have a bass player.
Yeah, I mean, a show like, all these guys are like old.
Deicide,
like,
Cataclysm, Internal Bleeding, and whoever.
These bands are all 90s bands, so they don't fuck with like that track bullshit.
Yeah.
Man.
I bet you Cataclysm plays the tracks.
You think?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, I mean, that maybe. I bet
Deicide probably doesn't.
I would say Deicide and Internal Bleeding for sure don't.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, they might have some like sound clips in between songs or something like
that. Is Cataclysm playing second to last? Or?
Yes.
Okay, so Internal Bleeding is third.
Yeah, well, second.
Yeah,
and whoever the opening band is. Well, if we finish, I figure we finish this, bust down there with enough time to maybe eat something, and then catch Eternal Bleeding.
Nice.
Eternal
Bleeding. For that.
Yeah. And then I want to see Deicide so badly.
I might, I'll see how I feel.
I'm definitely going to stay and chill and try and watch Glenn Benton fucking stare me down with his upside down cross brand in his forehead.
Hey man,
they're so sick live too. You should stay and see them.
Yeah. Fuck, if it was just like, I'll just have some Colt 45s.
Yeah, motherfucker. Why? You need to get drunk?
Huh?
You want to get drunk?
I mean, I'll just be, I don't know.
Cheap about it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Are you trying to save money? Or are you trying to like just not drink as much or drink a lot? Or what are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to fucking justify being out.
Fair enough.
Because I really want to go home, but I do want to go to the show.
Yeah, you're gonna see Marv, dude.
I know. That's why I'm like, I want to go, but I just want to fucking go home sometimes, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, you know.
I hear you.
So I'm thinking if I get a little drunker, I'll be happy staying out. I'll drink some Colt 45s.
You can smoke too if you want. Yeah. Well, anyway, this show at WC Social Club was fucking nuts, and so we watched that band Stolen Skies set, which was pretty good. And after that, we kind of went outside the venue just to hang out with Vince and talk to him while he's taking out his kit and stuff. And literally, while we were doing that, we heard this alarm go off, and there was this big, like, I meant to post this on the internet. I took a picture of Red's tour bus yesterday, and it said, like, Red Touring LLC, like, that document number, and I was just going to post it on the internet as the caption. I was just going to be, nightmare, like, shitty band.
Like a crazy, like, rap on the bus.
No, it was just this little part.
Bands do that.
It just said, really like, Red Touring Inc. US. It's like, okay, guys, we get it. Like,
so they own that fucking bus then.
They must, yeah.
How the fuck? I guess they're bigger than I thought.
I mean, at least they
must play WC Social
like,
Club,
investing their money in some way. Like, I don't know. Like, did you know? Like,
aren't they a Christian band too?
I thought so.
I'm pretty sure they are.
I mean, if you guys both think so, I guess.
I think they are.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
You know what's interesting? Like, as much shit as you want to give them, Papa Roach, super smart guys. You know what they did when they got their first like record deal? They took a lot of the money and invested into properties, and then kept buying properties that just generated more money for them, which allowed them to continue as a band, which is why they're still like going. Granted, they're not nearly as big as they once were.
Sure.
But it doesn't cost them any money to be a band.
That's
well, they are one of those bands
How
that for
insane
some
is
reason
that?
has like a really big following despite having only like one hit, you know?
It's like big enough, but it's like, I think if it wasn't for like the whole
people really
property
like that
thing,
band for some reason. I don't
they
get
would have
it.
gone away. But
you're probably right.
They literally make money doing nothing but taking care of their property.
Well, then Jacoby Shaddix was on MTV, man. MTV Scarred. Remember that show?
Yeah, I remember that show. That was like where you would see videos of like guys on skateboards and bikes
getting hurt.
like busting their shit.
Yeah.
Fail arm.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's pretty much what that was.
Yeah, but it was like he like hosted. He probably didn't make a whole lot of money from it, but it sustained his fuck. I mean, like probably make like $50K for doing that, you know.
Maybe. But like I said, but the bulk of their money came from investing into properties, and it's still like that today, which is
so
funny.
Insane.
That's such a great
cool
idea.
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
Great idea, you know. Like,
And what they're from fucking what, like North California, so they probably like, you know.
I think so.
They
probably
bought
have some like
shit.
really nice ass properties now.
Yeah, Sacramento, I think they're from. So,
yeah.
if they like went down to the Bay Area and bought shit, that's probably worth a fortune now.
On some money.
Yeah,
now, yeah.
It's probably worth millions of dollars.
Funny. But yeah, for some reason, I can't remember if it was Gabe or Gobo that like knew about that like history of them, and yeah, that's why they were able to like sustain.
That's nuts,
the band
dude.
so well. Yeah.
I like that Papa Roach song that was in that Tony Hawk game. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3, but it was like, it's in our nature to destroy ourselves. It's in our nature to kill ourselves.
I do remember that song.
Yeah, I used to think that was hard when I was a kid.
Well, I used to keep that.
Some riff like that. It wasn't the big single.
That's Tony Hawk 2, I want to say.
I think it is Tony Hawk 2. Sick. Well, anyway, we're not here to talk about motherfucking Papa Roach.
We could.
We're here to talk about motherfucking Unearth right now and the oncoming storm, which was my pick for Metalcore episode, whatever we're doing right now.
Still probably to date. Nah, I don't know. It's not their best in my opinion, but it's
really. You don't think so?
I think Eyes of Fire is better, but
really,
Oncoming Storm I think has obviously the biggest legacy.
I think Oncoming Storm is better than Eyes of Fire because I think it has better songs.
Yeah, Oncoming Storm is the one album I do own.
Really? I don't even have a copy of this, but man, this album is so fucking sick.
Yeah, it's good as shit, man.
Part of the reason why I like this band was because like the drummer from Red Chord was in it for like
on this album, right?
Yeah, that was the first one, Mike.
And I was like, that dude rules. I can't remember his name, but I was like, yeah, let's do it. And he's like in the video too for one or two of the songs.
I think a couple of them.
I thought he looked like a fucking little Harry Potter little bitch in that fucking video, man.
Fair enough.
In the zombie autopilot. I just remember like when I was like when this album came out, I didn't really like metalcore as much. I thought it was like all like lame shit.
This is very more on the metal side though.
Yeah, it's like
that's why I liked it more too. But I was too
stupid to realize. But like when the zombie autopilot video used to play on Headbangers Ball, the drummer, he was like,
this guy's a
he looked so sad, and he like had this. Yeah, he's like, yeah, there's that part where the down he like does an arm cross thing with the cymbals. He goes down. I was like, this guy's stupid. Yeah, but it doesn't matter at all. But then they did like solos, and I was like, oh shit, like this band does solos. They're metalcore and they do solos. It's crazy, man. These guys kick ass.
It is fucking nuts. Very sick. Yeah, I first heard this album, I think after I heard 3, The Eyes of Fire, because that was the newest album out when I first heard of Unearth. Yeah. But I went back and listened to Oncoming Storm, and I think I like it more than 3. But I mean, they're both good, obviously, for different reasons. But yeah, I mean, this album was like, to me, like, whoa, this is like the metalcore album. At least like, not almost as a whole though. Like, I don't think I've listened to this whole record until recently. Yeah. But like, like songs like Great Dividers, Failure, Zombie Autopilot,
Failure
obviously.
Is so sick.
Yeah, Failure is
I remember when I heard that
good.
song and I was like still trying to like, I was like, it's metalcore, but it was like the sweeping at the beginning. I was like, oh my God, that's like fucking cool.
I love that chorus riff, that sick mellow death chorus part.
Yeah, that is an awesome fucking riff. That's
so
fucking
catchy,
awesome, dude.
Yeah. It's so good. And I remember when I heard that, I was like, whoa, this sounds like In Flames.
Yeah.
This sounds like Soilwork.
They were the most like, of all those bands, they were the most fucking like metal influenced.
I agree. I mean, because
Shadows Fall kind of was too, but these guys showed it more.
Yeah. And I mean, they like, there's not a lot of clean vocals on this record. I mean, obviously,
there's like 2 parts.
Yeah, Endless and
there's fucking Great Dividers has that small part, and I think there's another song too, though, like towards the end, like track 10 or track 10 or 11. Yeah.
There's some parts on that.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not the focal of this band. It never really has been. I think that's what. Yeah, these bunnies skyline.
Yeah, whatever he says.
Yeah. That part's stupid.
Yeah. It's very unnecessary.
I know. I just found it so funny that like there's such a band that jumped back. Like they could never decide if they wanted to do clean vocals or not. It's like they did them here. I don't think there's any on Eyes of Fire.
No,
are there?
But Darkness to Light has like choruses.
It doesn't.
Like they do a lot of shit. The March has some, but like Darkness to Light, I think had the
Has
most.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, they have like full blown.
Is that what it's called?
Choruses and shit.
Darkness in the Light.
Yeah. And then the last one, Extinctions or whatever, didn't have like any.
Yeah, had none.
They like because I remember them like saying too, like when they were like released the record, they're like, yeah, we're going back to just like straight up fucking heavy shit.
Yeah.
Like we don't want to do that shit right now. And it's like I just respect that this band is like they always like just done what they wanted to do, and I don't think that they were like really calculated in a lot of their shit. Which maybe is why they're not as big as they used to be, but like it's also sick that they just do what they want and like they don't fucking care, and they're just like they're just bros from Massachusetts that just like to write sick shit, and like that's what's it's like they're just a fun band, dude.
Yeah. They're a very fun band.
I saw this. You didn't go to the 10-year Oncoming Storm show at Reggie's?
I didn't go to that. Did
that
you?
was it was me and Max both went.
They played the whole thing, right?
Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
They play Aries live.
They might have. Yeah, they did, but they might have done it out of order.
Okay, I gotcha.
Aries is a sick song, man.
That is a sick song. It's probably my favorite song on this album going back to it now.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I listen to it the most because I would always skip it before, and I don't know why, but like I would always, like a lot of these metalcore records, unless it was like Kill Switch or something, I always thought a lot of them were front loaded. But like the more I listened to it, the more I started to get into like the back half. I mean,
Kill Switch is even a little front loaded.
Oh, big time. Yeah. But I mean, like, the last songs are always good. And Waste Away.
Yeah.
Waste Away. That's towards the end of Heartache, right? That song?
10 out of 12, I think, yeah.
That song's good.
Yeah, it's okay. It's weird, though.
It is a weird song.
It's a weird song. But yeah, it's like the metalcore records, if it's like, it's always like 7 to 10 is like weird, and like 11 and 12 is cool, 13 is cool, but yeah, it's like...
yeah, track numbers deciding if they're cool or not.
Track 6 to 10, 7 to 10 is always like, nah, these songs are weird. And there's like always some weird, like...
experimental.
Yeah, there's always some weird transition song, and like this album, like... It is a little front loaded, but when you like listen to it, it's like all the songs are pretty good. It's just like the legacy of it is like you don't remember a lot of the shit near the end. Unless Endless is track 8 or something though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's people know that song, but
I know that used to be where I pretty much capped off the album was Endless.
I used to do that too.
I didn't give a fuck after because that was like a big song, Endless. That's how Winds of Plague got their band name, from the lyric in Endless, Winds of Plague.
Really? Oh, I didn't know he said that.
Yeah.
Shit, that's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. Old Wikipedia fact, but...
Inside, outside. How many bands have ripped off that breakdown in Endless, by the way? The gun. There's that song in that last Amir record, the fucking Look at Yourself.
Yeah. Which one?
It's fuck. It was is it the Russia one?
Russian Hotel Aftermath or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it was one of the singles.
The bouncy one.
Yeah, but there's a fucking breakdown that's almost the same thing, and it even has like those dissonant bends over it.
I'm trying to think of what it is. I can't think of it.
It's like it's like 1/16th note different.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like how many times can you write a...
But I mean, that breakdown idea, was like... Because Unearth had a very distinct style of breakdown that was almost like a Veil of Maya-esque, where they would do like instead of doing like a gallop breakdown or like a straight like 4/16th notes, they would do like the 2/16th note thing.
The more staccato.
Yeah, like, and like Veil of Maya did that a lot too, and like, but they kind of brought it into their... Because Veil of Maya, like... You can't rip off their breakdown without it sounding like a Veil of Maya breakdown.
I know.
And I feel the same way about Unearth, where it was like they had these distinct styles of breakdowns that when a band would do one, you're like you totally fucking lifted that shit. But I mean, there's not like a whole lot of straight up like breakdowns on this record, though. There's like some, but I mean, there's like in all the singles,
there's some, but there's not a ton. Yeah, like Zombie Autopilot, which is probably the best song on this album, I think. Doesn't have any.
Yeah, like the closest is the man.
I guess
that's like not really a breakdown though.
Yeah,
but yeah,
Black Hearts Now Ride.
Yeah, it's like that's the. Dude, my favorite is the fucking This Lying World one. The
yeah, it's a good one. I just love how funky, like melodic the end of Zombie Autopilot is.
Oh yeah, I mean we gotta talk about that, man. That's the most important thing in the world.
Your it's pretty much the most important song that was ever written. So You know,
as far as metalcore goes, like literally that was like such a touchstone for every metalcore band was like
Zombie Autopilot
to do the fucking ending like as melodic, memorable as possible. Like deathcore bands were doing that shit too. That was a huge thing.
Remember that? Like in 2010, if you bought a deathcore album, there would be like one song that had like that.
Yeah, that had like
there was always that one melodic song that had like the giant melodic end.
That was a big thing, and then like I mean, like Selkies by Between the Buried and Me. They popularized that shit too. Like, and Mordecai too. Like that was like a big. They kind of popularized that too, but it was like a big.
Man, never hear anything like that again. Probably, but
it's not on the new record. That's for fucking goddamn sure. Yeah. But no, there's a thing that me and you like to talk about where when you start dating a new girl, you have to fucking tell her that. You have to show her the Zombie Autopilot and tell her how important it is.
Yeah. Just sit her down and tell her, like, this changed the world.
This is a big, you text her, we need to talk.
Yeah.
And then she comes over that night, she's like, what do you want to talk about? And you go, you get your laptop, you fucking pull it up. You pull it up on fucking Music Match jukebox player. Mm-hmm. Because you don't use Windows.
Music Match.
Yeah, Music Match, dude. You pull it up on Music Match and you go, listen, this is the most important metalcore song of all time because of this ending.
Yeah. Just the whole that whole song. I mean, the solo sections.
Yeah, awesome.
Are so fucking
that's like,
good.
Is that like one of the only songs on the record that has solo? Is there another song that has solos?
I think so.
There's always some leady stuff going on.
Yeah, lead. Yeah, but not
a straight solo section. I think that's the only song.
Yeah, I think so too.
I feel like we're probably missing one.
I literally just listened to it 2 hours ago.
Yeah, me too.
So did I.
Yeah, it's just hard to like think of that.
I can't think of it.
Let's do it. Yes, I had it on.
Yeah,
because I got that on CD and like I was like you. Like I hadn't listened to that record front to back like in a very long time.
Yeah.
When I got it on CD. I was listening to it. I was like, oh, damn, like this is like a crazy fucking record. Because I always like, for whatever reason, I always thought it only had 10 tracks, but there's 11.
Yeah, there are 11. Yeah.
It seems like such a 10-track record, though.
I know.
You know.
Yeah, it definitely does. It's weird. But yeah.
At that time where they were just doing that. Like the longer records, you know? Like now we're not used to that. Now everybody's like just getting them under the, under 10 or 10. Yeah. Like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, right.
Weird.
It's interesting because like, I wish I was around when this album came out because I believe it probably had a really big impact. But like I didn't catch on to Unearth until way after, like I said, until 3 was out. So at least 2006 or 2007 was when I first heard of them. So I had to go back to listen to this record. I didn't get to like live the classic era, but I remember
I was there.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
I was old enough. Yeah,
you saw all the local bands that ripped them off and shit.
Yeah, I mean we did. They definitely were like an influence, whether we want to admit it or not. You know,
oh, it's
like
there's like that. Yeah.
I don't know. There's an element to that band where it's just like the breakdown-ish kind of parts to it. The more metally riffage is like something that plays in a lot of bands that I played in, and bands I saw
definitely
as well, like other local bands and stuff like that. It was I remember when that album came out and we all kind of sat around the computer and like, let's check out the single. Like they had the video for it. And like, oh wow, like what the fuck? And then like I said, the guy from the Red Chord was on it, and that was like the Red Chord was like a huge influence for the bands I was in. So like it was only natural that we would be like, oh well, let's see what he's doing with this. Like,
oh yeah.
And granted, it's pretty, I would say, drastically different. Between the two
style
bands.
Of drumming for sure too. Yeah, absolutely.
But still, like you're like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, and he crushes it. He does a great job.
It's so good, and like. I don't know, this album does stuff like that I think a lot of metalcore bands don't do, which is like being catchy.
Oh yeah, like it's so hooky. There's so really many good hooks.
And like re-listening to it, I was like, oh my god, I remember that riff. Oh, I remember that riff.
Yeah,
oh, that
exactly.
Riff. This riff's sick. Oh, this next riff, I remember it's gonna be sick.
And that's what's sick. It's like it's still those hooks.
Up.
Yeah, and those hooks are what do it for real. It's like it connects that whole album and still makes it like enjoyable. How many fucking years later? Dude, almost 20 years later.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I put it on. I was like, this rules. Like, this is so great.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking nuts.
And I haven't listened to it in years.
I haven't either. I think the last Unearth album I heard was the last one they did with DL, the Extinctions.
I still haven't checked that out.
It's a good one. I think I have the CD, but
he just co-wrote and produced, right? Like he wasn't in.
Yeah, he co-wrote and produced.
Because it's still buzzing.
Yeah, it's still buzzing. Ken. I think it'll always be them, but
them and the singer, right? Or the
Trevor Phipps or whatever,
or is the bass player?
The bass player and the drummer have been switching out for a while.
Okay.
The drummer is that dude Nick Pierce now. He's been in the band for a minute.
Right,
He's been in the band since 2012, but he was on.
Where did he come from?
He was in, I believe he was one of the drummers that was in the Faceless early on. I don't know if he played on
he did Akeldama, yeah.
Yeah, I think he might have done like a song on Akeldama.
No, I thought
he's
Adam
one of the
Pierce was the guy on Akeldama.
Yeah, but this dude, Nick Pierce, was also in the Faceless at some point. I don't know
Okay.
if he was on Akeldama or not, but like...
Maybe just a touring member.
Yeah.
No, Adam Pierce is the guy from Also Paris, wasn't he? I can't remember.
He was in...
I don't know what I'm talking
I remember
about.
he was in this... Oh, yeah, it says he was on Akeldama. He's on track 7. So Nick Pierce played on the song Akeldama.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, which is like
Interesting.
insane drumming.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is really
He's no
fucking cool.
slouch. All right.
Yeah, he's a good dude. And he also... Nick left the Faceless in 2006 to try out for the Black Dahlia murder. Whamp, whamp, didn't make it.
They got Shannon Lucas instead.
Yeah. And now he ain't nowhere to be found, that boy.
he
I
ain't
never
nowhere to be
hear
seen.
anybody talk about Shannon
No,
Lucas
he was
anymore.
big shit for a while,
That's
too,
a
man.
shame because that dude was like
He's a
the
ripper.
shit.
Yeah, he
love that
so
guy.
good at drums. Yeah. His
He's not
feet are
drumming
real good.
anymore.
I don't know. I know he opened a tattoo parlor, and that was like one of the first things he did after he left Black Dahlia, but he played in that Serpentine Dominion band.
Oh, with Adam D from and Corpse Grinder. Oh, they did. It was like a studio project.
I know.
That's a
I don't
cool
think I ever
record.
heard it.
That's
but
a cool
I do
record.
Remember that? That's cool. I mean, that dude. Yeah, that guy was a beast of a fucking drummer. Like,
Yeah, man.
unbelievable, and like well trained and just very like I do drums and I do the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Which I love about that.
What
guy.
All That Remains record was he on too? He was on.
Yeah.
Was he on the third one? Was
He
he
was on the Fall of Ideals.
Fall of Ideals,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
how they got him from
Yeah,
there.
and then they got that traditional grip guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the dude from Diecast, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You know him because he toured with them when he was in the band.
What the fuck is
Ollie? Is it? No,
No,
that was
Ollie
a
was a guitar
guitarist.
player. Passed.
Fuck.
Why am I drawing a
interesting
blank? He's not
name,
even
right?
in the band
'Cause Shannon
anymore.
Lucas
Oh, is
didn't-
he not?
No, they got rid of him because he's
Oh.
too much of an alcoholic.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Damn,
Dude,
I didn't
he was
know
a
that.
partier. Jason? Yeah, Jason.
Huh.
Jason something.
Jason
I can't remember
Aldean.
his
I'm gonna
last
look it
name.
up right now.
Yeah, look it up. I can't remember his last name. But yeah, he came from Diecast.
Jason Costa.
Yep, that's
He's
it.
still. It says
was
he's
it.
still in the band.
No way.
Yeah, it's
I
what
could have
it's-
sworn they got rid of him.
He's on Victims of the New Disease, which was the last album they did in 2018.
Wait, Diecast has a record?
No,
not that. All that remains.
All that
Oh,
remains.
Jesus.
This guy,
Diecast
Jason,
has long been gone.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, yeah.
well, because I saw them in 2014, and the fucking singer, like, we were like, me and Max and this kid James McHenry, who's like, he's been in bands and shit around here, but he was like a huge Diecast fan, which I didn't know. I was like, he's like younger than me, so I was like,
first
what the
or second
fuck?
album was like
How did you know?
Yeah.
And we were all hanging out with the singer, and he was like by the van, and he was like showing us like a new song, and he was like, we're gonna put this shit out, and like it's just a matter of time we gotta find. That was
Nothing.
7 years ago, and they had a whole record that was like done, so they just haven't
but
released.
they never
it.
released it.
Yeah, so they had new shit because like they played. That was an awesome. Fuck, that was a. We haven't done it.
Diecast
I didn't
one?
do Internal Revolution, did I? I wanted to.
I don't think so. No.
I think
You
I
never
wanted
picked
to,
it.
but I never did.
Yeah.
I almost did, but I got to pick that one because that was a big deal for me, and that show was the shit
Nice.
because they played like everything they had, and it was like an hour and 15 minutes. It was an insane show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
I
at
saw
another hole in the wall.
I saw like the OG Diecast lineup at like House of Blues once. It was awesome.
Wow. Yeah. Dude, the last thing I want to cap off about this Unearthed record is I wanted to ask you if you were at that show that was at the old Bottom Lounge that was like Black Dahlia,
No.
Terror, Unearthed, and BT Man, I think, or somebody. It was like an
Like an
old show.
insanely stacked
Yeah,
lineup
and like
before
Black
they were
Dahlia
all,
just
like,
put out
pretty big.
Miasma and
Yeah, so
shit.
that's
like,
old.
Danny went to that show at the old Bottom
Yeah,
Lounge.
he was
I
just
did
telling
not.
us that.
Yeah. And I always hear stories about that Unearthed
That
show
particular
from
show.
Chicago.
I believe it. I
Well,
mean,
I
that's
s-
such an insane lineup.
I fucking saw I saw Roman Ring open for Unearthed at that Routing Date show
Yeah.
upstairs at Bottom Lounge.
Because like
Pre-me.
something got fucked up
Yeah.
in Wisconsin or
Yeah,
whatever.
that was like in 2013. That was in 2011 or 12 or something. That was
I
like-
wasn't at that show.
I can't
Yeah.
remember if
Yeah.
that was my first show.
Roman Ring? Didn't you hang out on their bus? Didn't somebody
no,
hang out on the
somebody
bus?
did. I left. I had to like go somewhere.
Oh,
That
shit.
was
Yeah, I
like
couldn't
an
stick
awesome.
around.
That was an awesome
really
show,
cool.
though. Yeah,
That was
a
funny
cool
because
ass show.
they were on tour with Chimera as well during that, and Matt DeVries was with them, just like hanging out. And I was like, Matt, what's up, dude?
Oh,
He's
that's
like, oh,
sick.
hey, what's going on? I was like, what are you doing here? And he goes, well, because the fucking show guy like fucked up. And goes, and I just want to like stay in Wisconsin, so I was like, I'll just ride with them for the night. And I was like, cool.
I just remember standing in front of Ken Susi during that show, and it's like it was
Even
well, it's
on
like-
the stage, is he like your height?
literally. But no, my face was like at his dick height, and his dick smelled awful, dude.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
It was horrendous, and like,
dick.
and when you watch the fucking DVD or whatever of Unearthed, and they have the documentary part, and they talk about how smelly Ken is, and it's like, yeah, it's real. Like, he
real.
smelled like he smelled so bad.
Really?
Oh my fucking life, dude. But
So
yeah, he
funny.
like licked a pick and stuck it on my forehead. It was really funny. Yeah.
It's
That
sick.
was a very memorable show. Like,
Jack off on your way home.
oh yeah, I was like, "Bro, Max, pull over, pull
Remember when
over."
you used to do that? That was sick.
Yeah, I've jacked off in the car before. Yeah.
Recently, in your new car?
No, I haven't done. I
You
haven't.
gotta break it in.
But back in the day, I used to do that.
You used to tell me all these stories about how you edged on your way home or something.
Yeah, I would do that shit.
That's insane.
That
All right,
was
we're getting
sick.
sidetracked here.
Where would you drive and do that?
Or would you
On the
stop?
highway.
Like 88? That's a good jack off highway, honestly.
55,
88,
55
yeah.
in traffic.
I would. Oh, really? I would
Yeah.
say 88, no traffic. That's such an easy highway to jerk off on.
88 and 55 at some point.
Yeah.
Is probably
Well, it's like when I was like first dating.
Yeah, 55 for sure.
When I was like first dating Caitlin, I'd like
Leave a
leave
comment
work and
where you
I'd
think the
drive
best-
home and
Yeah,
jerk
you're
off.
from Chicago. Let us know your favorite highway to jerk off on.
I'd fucking jack off on the way home because I wanted to like. I had a problem with coming too quickly,
such is life.
So
and
you
I'd
were
want to,
training yourself.
I want to go see my girlfriend at the time, so I'd be driving home
it's
from
like
work, and
something-
I try to jack
something
off on the
about
way
Mary,
home.
right?
Yeah,
You
So
don't
you
want to go
plan
in
it
there with a
longer?
loaded
Yeah, you
gun.
got to plan your life. Yeah,
I've
exactly.
done
Yeah,
that
yeah.
many times, yeah.
It doesn't work because it's all psychological. It
Oh, it's
doesn't.
big time psychological.
It doesn't really work. It kind of works. It only works if
Well,
you're
it's
if
more
it's
of a
during
placebo.
sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
If you have
placebo.
sex and then you have sex again like 10 minutes later or whatever the fuck, it works then. But if you jack once the 10 minutes is up,
Yeah, there's
it
that
doesn't
window
work.
that-
Yeah. The refractory period
yeah.
helps you out a little bit,
Yeah.
but it
That's a
doesn't
mental
work.
thing for sure.
Never jacked off. I probably jacked off listening to Unearthed.
Nice.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever have.
getting horny from
Anyway,
music.
so that's the oncoming storm.
Yeah,
what-
coming storm is
what's
my
coming
cum shot.
is the next one, right? So we're
Yes.
doing Fortress.
Yeah.
Nice. Dude, I didn't even know you liked this band or this album.
That surprised me.
Really?
Honestly.
Yeah, I didn't. We've never talked about Protest the Hero, I don't think.
I thought we saw them at Bottom Lounge together.
I wasn't at that show. That was
Oh.
also before I was in Roman Ring.
Which time did you see them?
really?
Didn't you see them with Periphery at Bottom Lounge?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they headlined with
I-
Safety Fire and
Yeah,
shit.
I went to
wasn't
that
there.
show. Yeah,
Oh, I thought you were at that show.
I didn't even know you.
I
that
saw
day.
them a couple times at Bottom Lounge.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
that was
That was
I
the
don't
one
think
and
I've
only
ever-
time I ever saw him.
I don't think I've ever seen Protest the Hero. I've never I love this album. I love this
it's an awesome album.
I love the
Yeah.
first record. The other shit I think is like okay here and there.
Ketsia or whatever.
Kazaya. Yeah,
I
yeah,
wish
yeah.
that album sounded better.
Oh, I love that.
It's
album.
so good.
That's
I
all
love
was,
that
That's
album.
all I was
So
gonna
good.
say
It's
about.
so good,
that's
but I
my
wish it
main
was a
thing
little
about
bit better.
Fortress is that like it's literally the same thing as Kazaya. It just sounds. The vocals are
Yeah.
less annoying and it sounds better.
Yeah,
The
dude.
production's way better.
But I don't know.
And
There's some good vocals on
Well,
Kazaya.
I
Well,
also like-
Kazaya is literally like every measure is like spliced.
yeah.
I know.
Textbook. I'm
Yeah.
a crying, dying
So sick,
story. I love that song. What a sick vocal part too.
Weird shit.
Dude, yeah. This was the first Protest the Hero album I heard. My guitar player in high school showed it to me. We were like sophomores, I think. And we were both kind of like, because I remember he was like almost my guitar player, Nico from And They Shall Burn at the time, showed him to me. And he was like nervous to show us, I remember, because he thought we would all hate the vocals. And I didn't. I was like, oh, it sounds like Iron Maiden kind of. Like I literally, when I first heard it, because I heard this so early on in like my development to like know what metal was that I was like, oh, this sounds like Iron Maiden, but like weirder and more like metalcore-y. Like I didn't get it. But I loved this record, dude.
Oh, nice.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. I still love this album.
This is a big record for me.
So
Yeah.
good. There's so many sick hooks on this. I still think it's their best record, personally.
I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I have since listened to like the new stuff. Even the follow-up album had some really good stuff
My
on it.
favorite one, Scurrilous is my favorite one.
It's good. There's some really, really good songs on that, and then it just slowly kind of drifted for me after that. I did like the one that the crowdfunded one. They had what's his name from Lamb of God
Volition.
on it.
That one's not bad.
It
Yeah.
was cool.
Yeah.
Some good moments on that, but overall, the first two albums I think front to back are great albums. It's hard to find a song that's like this sucks. Yeah,
I think
or I get
Fortress.
bored.
I think Fortress. I don't know. It's like every conversation I have about Protest Hero is this. People go Fortress is the best. Fucking,
What do you like?
I like Scurrilous and
Yeah.
Volition. I like those albums a lot more because I feel like they don't sound like Guitar Pro. Like these two, the first two records, I do. I mean, I bought Kazaya was the first time I ever heard the band. I thought it was sick. It did take me a second with the vocals. Like I did like it, but I was like, nah, I don't know, it was weird. And Fortress came out and it kind of like brushed over me. I didn't really care, but I don't know. Like there's a really funny post that I remember seeing when Scurrilous came out. And it was on Facebook and someone was talking about it and someone commented on someone talking about it and they said like, oh, like Scurrilous, I didn't really like it that much. I miss my late epic Protest the Hero.
What the
Because people used to talk like that in 2011. And my late epic, dude.
Yeah.
But I just remember that and like, I don't know, like these first two records, like I like
guys,
more
I'll be right
stripped
back.
down.
I gotta make a phone call. I gotta call my mom real quick.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. But I just miss the more like stripped down, like the newer Protest the Hero is like I like how it's like it's usually just two guitar tracks and it's like it's straight up, you know. It's like and Fortress is there's like keyboard shit. There's like the fucking
See,
like
I like that the post production aspect of this album. To me, I like that a lot. It's just all that little extra guitar stuff they do, and the keyboards mimicking the guitars, and there's like orchestral
there's
parts to it, and horns and strings and everything. And I do like how big the album sounds, but yeah, I could see why you like the more stripped down version. Like they're fully capable of it, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's that whole like the whole concept shit they did with the first two records. It didn't grab me as much as when they started just writing about like regular shit. You know, like they just.
Are they concepts? I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, Fortress, Kazaya is about feminism or some shit, and then I don't know. Fortress is about like an empire. I don't really
about Putin.
Well, yeah, something like that. But there's a concept to both those records, and I like when Protest the Hero is just writing songs about
whatever
quitting cigarettes or fucking how much they like
working
Newfoundland,
out and getting super fucking jacked. Which that was like a shocker when I saw them at Bottom Lounge. I was like, oh. That dude's not a scrawny little motherfucker anymore. He's like jacked as shit. I was like, what the
he's
fuck
got
happened?
some fucking because he sounds like a scrawny motherfucker on the first record.
Dude, he
too.
really does.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's some really good old videos of them on YouTube. You can find of them playing like in Canada, like back in the day.
Yeah.
And it's just and it's most of the same members, like for the most part.
Yeah,
I think,
everyone was the
Didn't
same
the bass player
until
most recently quit.
Yeah, the bass player quit like
Mo,
a
the
couple
drummer,
years
a
ago,
while
and the
ago.
drummer quit around the same. Like he quit right before, and then the bass player quit after. Yeah,
but it's funny because like you look at them back then, and they're just these scrawny little like.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were like 17, dude. They were young.
Yeah, and it's just so funny. And then you see him now, it's like just how.
Well,
big he is.
the
It's
one
so
dude,
fucking
Tim,
funny.
was like he was like Jason, where he had a beard at like 16,
right.
Because there's like a strange amount of music videos for the songs on Kazaya and the songs on Fortress. Like there's like I think 5 music videos for
there's
Fortress.
like a shitload.
Yeah,
Weird.
Sequoia Throne, Blood Meat. I think Wretch. What's the third song? Palm No.
Yeah, there's something like that. Palms
Palmest. Palms Red.
That's
Something
another one
like that.
has a good
Yeah.
video, and there's one more.
Yeah, because there's that one where they're on the boats.
Isn't that the third album though?
No, that's the second
It is on the
record.
second record?
Yeah,
I know
that's for
where
sure.
it's like YMCA. Like
yeah,
it's like
they're
the
doing
Village
that
People.
shit. Yeah, and Rhodey's the captain.
Fuck, what song was that?
I think it's Palms
Is that
Red.
Palms
I think
Red
it's
they do
track
that?
whatever track 3 is.
thought-
I'm pretty sure
Which
it
one
is
has
that.
like the dancing crew, like the ballet? Isn't there one with like ballet dancers? Or is
I
that
think that's
Blood
on.
Meat?
I think that's on
I'm so confused.
the first record
Is
because
it?
there's like 5 videos for the first record because they had like.
That was a time where like labels were like, we got to make a.
I'm just surprised
video.
they gave
like,
them that much money. Like
Canada.
Oh yeah, you're right. 'Cause they get
Don't
different.
they get grants and shit like that?
Yeah, if you sign, because I know Arcspire, like I think at one point, if not still, had like a grant that the government. This one guy in Saskatchewan, when we played there, was explaining it to us and how easy it is in Saskatchewan to get.
Yeah, like
grants
money
because there's
as
only
an
like
artist or
200
something like
bands
that.
in Saskatchewan,
Right.
so you can fucking easily get it, and they have a quota for each one, each
That's so funny.
province.
Right.
So like, yeah, they give you like
It had to have been
$20,000 a
that.
year to
Right,
do
to
shit.
do whatever you
know?
want,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not
Which
like a
is
crazy amount, but it's sick.
Literally better than nothing. I mean, that's more than what we get here from like any label. You know?
Yeah, exactly, and it's from the government.
And it also was like an era, like it was like the tail end of like music videos being a thing. You know, like
Yeah,
granted they still
2005,
are, but it's just
6.
like I don't know. I don't see as many bands pushing music videos as they used to, and it's kind of a bummer. Like, I love that as like, I mean, it is a marketing thing, but I love it.
Yeah, people don't try as much as far as like, it's just like, oh, let's find a room and put up a black sheet.
Right.
And just fucking like, film the motherfucker.
And hope we make enough views that we get some residuals, you know, but which is a bummer now. And yeah, it's like labels just don't give you money for it, which it sucks. Cause like, I mean, that's another outlet of creativity that I think.
Yeah, and especially like Protest the Hero, they're like a funny band.
Yeah, and they show it, which is awesome.
Yeah, they're cool guys. Yeah. And like that's like part of the relatability is like that they are funny and like at least Rhodey. I mean, all the other guys kind of seem, especially on stage, like they all just kind of stand there.
Yeah, I mean, and the older stuff, they're usually whipping their heads around like that. Now they don't do that so much.
Yeah,
like,
all the old videos of them playing like Kazaya shit, they used to go fucking nuts and they couldn't play it. Yeah,
they played like shit back then, which is funny. And now, yeah, I noticed that in more recent videos, and when I saw them, they weren't like going as crazy as
they haven't been that way for a long time. I feel like, I don't know, I've seen them a couple times and like maybe 4 or 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and every time it was all between.
What was like the smallest show you saw them in?
I saw them at this place in Iowa called the Smiling Moose, and we went because Last Chance to Reason, that band that Mike Lassard who's the singer and contortionist.
Oh, okay.
He was in that band. That was like his OG band.
Oh, okay.
And we would like go see them a lot, and like we like kind of would talk to them and shit, and they would like guest list us for shows. So
sick.
We saw them in Iowa. With Protest the Hero and Scale the Summit, and they opened and they guest listed us for that. Cool. And then they guest listed us on this show in Peoria that was like Volumes and Goat Horror. And the Faceless was supposed to be there, but they dropped because that was when they were like dropping everything. It was like 2000, like right after Autotheism, like 2000, like early 2013, late 2012.
Okay. Yeah.
It was like that was when they started dropping shit and their lineup started like fucking falling apart, you know?
Right.
But yeah, I saw them at that place. It was some like college town in Iowa, because I think all of Iowa is like a college town, you know, but
corn and colleges. Yeah.
But yeah, that was like a really cool show. We were like front for that, and they played like a really long time. That was a sick fucking Protest the Hero show.
Awesome.
Yeah. And they played some like weird fucking like B-side from Fortress, I think. It was like an instrumental song. It wasn't the instrumental that's on the record, but it was like another one. I don't know. It was weird. You got to look it up. I can't remember what it was called, but it was really fucking cool.
Were they good? Like every time you saw them live? Because I've heard stories where people are like, they suck live.
The last time I saw them live, when they did the Fortress
reunion
10 year or whatever. It
not that good.
Well, Rhodey just sounded like shit.
Yeah, that's the biggest.
And I think that's the fucking tour that he blew his voice out on, where they couldn't like. They had to delay recording their latest record and shit because...
that bad.
Yeah, they had to cancel a Japanese tour, and then they had to they had to delay a recording because he blew his voice out really bad on the tour because he couldn't, like, hit those notes anymore because he's not, like, 19.
Right.
You know? Or whatever that came... I mean, like, was Fortress 06 or 08?
Fortress, I want to say was 06.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't...
well, because I was 2004, wasn't it?
I don't know. You might be right. It might be like the beginning of 2008. I'm gonna look.
Okay.
But yeah, part of the reason why I even got hooked onto this band was because of the video for Sequoia Throne. Like I remember, I don't know why.
The arrow, dude. That was like a big thing. People used to remember like
do that move.
He posted a thing once. I remember on MySpace you could post those bulletins that was like basically your status update. That was like the time thing where like all your friends would post bulletins and it would be like a time bulletin. It wasn't a blog, but it was like a different thing that would go away. Mm-hmm. And I remember he posted that. He's like, hey guys, we're on tour. Like, yeah, like stop telling me to do the arrow thing because that was just for the video. I don't want to do that shit anymore.
So funny.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's weird.
Like, that song rips though, because it starts out so hard with that riff that's always going on. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, all right. And like immediately catches you. And then the video itself is like pretty fun. So it's just like,
yeah, it's a sick video.
You know, and you're like, and it just totally hooked me. And I was like, all right, well now I got to hear the rest of this fucking album.
I mean, I like the first 2 songs I feel like are the highlight. Like Blood Meat is the shit. Like
The Descensions is my favorite song.
That's an awesome fucking song, dude.
The end of that song.
Yeah.
Somebody's little girl.
Yeah, fucking awesome.
It's a good melody.
Yeah, and the lead behind that.
Yeah.
The drum part.
And then like Blood Me, man. What a fucking way to start a record. That's an awesome opener.
It is good.
It's one of the fucking sickest songs they have.
They're such an interesting band during this era too, because I feel like all the scene kids liked them. Because they appealed to like the Hot Topic crowd and shit
for sure,
back then,
for sure they did. Because it was like My Chemical Romance vocals.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But mixed in with like all of this fucking crazy
and
shred.
and like Dragon Force was big at the time too.
Yeah.
And I think they toured with Dragon Force and they kind of like fit in with that like shred crowd. So it was like that fucking amalgamation of like people.
It's definitely
you know?
like right time, right place.
Yeah.
With this band, you know, because it was definitely crossover stuff.
Yeah,
and then a bunch of years went by and they just became like a gent kid band. That's like it just evolved into being like
it felt like
bedroom metal guys like that shit, and it was like that was I didn't see that coming, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely a weird fucking cross section because I remember there was this kid in my class in freshman year of high school, which would have been 2006, 2007.
Sure.
He would wear Protest the Hero and Dragon Force shirts, and I'd be like, "Oh, cool, man! You like metal?" And he'd be like, yeah, kind of."
Yeah,
and
if it's like Smashing Pumpkins
and Trivium and shit. He liked Trivium a lot, and I remember when fucking
did he like 30 Seconds to Mars?
Probably, but he liked a bunch of like dumb shit like My Chemical Romance and like fucking like what's another band from that era?
Fuck, I don't know.
That's like all I'm thinking of, right? I'm drawing a complete blank. All American Rejects. That's
there
one.
we go.
He used to wear their shirts, and I would be like,
What's up,
dude,
you
like
poser
yesterday
bitch?
You wore a Dragon Force shirt. Do you like power metal or do you not? Dude?
Yeah, or do you like all American Rejects? What a weird.
Do you live and die by the fucking sword, or do you not, man?
Are you listening to Sonic Firestorm or the All American Rejects?
Yeah, right.
With the
line in the
lawnmower on the
sand,
cover.
dude. What are you doing?
The lawnmower.
Yeah.
But it pissed me off. I didn't get it. Like that was the people that liked that shit. And I remember when The Crusade by Trivium came out, and he like. I was like, what do you think of that record, man? He's like, I think it's like too much for me. I can't take it. His name was Lucas Giolis, and he did talk like that, and he's not gay. But even though I did a gay guy voice, he's not gay.
Yeah, that's fair.
He married some girl like right out of high school.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Did she wear Dragon Force shirts and All American Rejects shirts and Protest the Hero shirts?
No, I think she wore fucking I'm a stupid fucking dairy farmer bitch shirts.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
What,
She looked like a dairy farmer.
I'll definitely say my thoughts about Protest the Hero are that like I've never really liked them as much as I've liked them since this record came out. Like Scurrilous, I know you love it and shit. And
it's awesome, dude.
I know you guys kind of like Volition, and I like a couple songs from that too. But
I always enjoy the singles from those albums.
And I'm gonna sound like such an asshole, but I just hate the fact that like they went from being that scene crossover with like alternative shit to then like, oh, we're just gonna like have a bunch of jet bands tour with them. And I'm like, what? Why did you guys do that? They're not. I mean, it makes sense now, kind of, but I just hate that they got like pigeonholed there as like a prog band now.
Yeah,
it's just like,
I
oh, they're
feel
just
like
a prog band. Because like Fortress is more than like a progressive record, to me at least. Because I think there's more there,
I mean,
especially with Kazaya too.
there's almost nothing that sounds like it. There's almost completely nothing. Like the only thing that like at the time that like sounded like it was like the Human Abstract. They were like the only two bands that were even close to being the same. Yeah, you know. And like that was even still like a stretch, you know, but but it was like, you know, a metal band. It was like a metal band at the time that could go on Warped Tour. It was like
they did. And both of those bands
Human Abstract did after that shitty Midheaven record.
Yeah, or right before it, I think.
It was that 2008, it was like that summer, which I don't know when that record came out, but it was in 2008 for sure, because I remember I wanted to see them, but I was like, that's the only band I want to see at Warped Tour, because that was before Warped Tour had metal bands.
Wasn't Protest the Hero on that year too, though?
Maybe.
I thought
because maybe that was when Fortress came out. That was probably they probably would have been on that. But
so there's man, I always forget like I think Palms Red. Is that the?
No, that's
what song is that? That's not Palms Red.
That's later in the record, I think.
Okay.
We were just talking about how when you were making the call, we were talking about how like the videos for the record, there was like 5 videos on this fucking record.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, and we were talking about the one, we think Palms Red was the one with where they were on the boat.
Yeah,
where Rhodey's the captain, they're doing the Village People thing. Do you remember that one?
Vaguely, yes.
Yeah, I don't remember what song that was. No, I think it was Palms Red.
Wasn't there a video for Spoils too? Then Or there
Maybe that
one
was
song.
Spoils, because it's Spoils, fucking Wretch.
What's the one that has that?
What's
What's the song that has that weird like Queen part? The and it's like in the like towards the end of the song, and Brody's doing this weird like or whoever there's
Rhodey. Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Rhodey. Yeah, you got close. Yeah.
Whoops. Yeah, Rhodey's doing all this cool vocal shit over there, and there's
Yeah,
all
I know
these
what you're
crazy
talking
harmonies,
about.
and it sounds like the Beatles or some shit.
We are still alive. No, wait, that's
not
close though.
Limb from Limb.
Limb for Limb is the one on the boat.
Okay,
Yeah,
fuck,
okay.
dude, that's crazy, man. Spoils for sure had a
That's
video.
the song
though.
I'm thinking
yeah.
of. Then I think
Yeah.
that's the song I'm talking about. It's at the end of that,
Okay.
and it's got that like neoclassical romp part.
Yeah, the romp, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking love the
Blindfolds Aside. I like that video.
Blindfold
Yeah.
Aside's an awesome song
Great
off
song,
the
yeah.
off the Keziah. But
Yeah, so good. So good.
I fucking love the what's the song where he says train a man to rip her fucking head from his goddamn shoulders. That's an awesome line, dude.
Is that Wretch?
Great swearing, yeah.
Great swearing.
Great use of swearing.
Great swearing with
They've
good
always
melody.
they've always had great use of swearing, and I commend that because
That
lots
lyric
of bands
always
like
pops out to you.
Yeah.
When you hear it, and you're like, even if you're not listening.
that's the song with the
you're like,
cat
what?
in it too, isn't it? The dun dugga down. Yeah, that always used to make me laugh. It was funny because you're like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
They're just
Like,
like,
it's
"Fuck
so
it."
weird, dude.
Fuck it.
Very sick.
Yeah, he just has his cat in the vocal booth with him or some shit. Like, what the fuck? I remember when I used to have ringtones that used to be my text. When I get a text to go dun 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 and be a meow, and I'd like try to like have it on as loud as possible to see if anyone noticed.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's fucking. I want to shoot myself, dude. Ugh.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I like that. So I like that fucking. Yeah,
Yeah, that is a great riff.
Yeah, awesome
so many
fucking
classic riffs on this album, and it's still such a sick record. It's still good. Like even when I haven't listened to this album probably in like over 5 years or
It's been
some
a long
shit.
time for me,
Like it's
yeah.
been a long time. But coming back to it, I was just like, damn. I remember like how sick it was when I first heard this in 2008, and I was like 15, walking around the north side of Oak Park.
Yeah, I go, whoa.
Yeah, I used to listen to this album. I remember when I first heard it, I walked all the way from Nico's parents' house, which was like North Avenue and Oak Park, basically, all the way to Oak Park in Madison. So I would make that walk home because I would go to Nico's house and we would work on music after school, and then I would go home.
just go home,
Yeah,
listen to
and I
that.
would walk home, but I would like listen to all kinds of sick music. I walked so much.
Yeah, I don't know. I was always just like a Keziah guy, and like when I
Yeah.
remember when this record came out, and I was kind of like, this kind of just sounds like Keziah, and I didn't know if I liked at that time at least.
Did you
liked
know?
Keziah.
Did you heard Keziah at that point?
Yeah,
'Cause I hadn't.
I bought it when I was like on vacation once. We went to like the Virgin Megastore in fucking.
That's awesome.
Yeah, in
And you got it
fucking
there?
Florida. Yeah, when we were in Florida once, and I bought it. The one on the Disney fucking
Fuck, I gotta go to the
the
bathroom.
thing.
No problem,
Be
dude.
right back.
And yeah, I bought Keziah there, and I remember really liking it. And I just remember like when Fortress came out, I was like, this is kind of the same record.
Sure.
And
It's different though, I think.
I mean, it sounds different. I think it's really similar though.
Do
I
you
don't know.
really?
Yeah, I think it's
Maybe I
almost
don't
the
hear it.
same fucking record. Like in my
Really?
opinion.
I feel like there's much more like rock parts and less metal shit on Keziah. And I think Keziah is less shreddy. Like, I mean, it's shreddy, but it's not as like, it's like more punk almost, Keziah.
Yeah, that's true.
Than
There's
Fortress.
more
Fortress is more
D
metal.
beats, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Like shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You owe me a cake.
Yeah. Oh, you a
Cakes.
cake.
You owe me a cake.
You owe me a cake. I'm Jewish. I can say it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can say it, motherfuckers. I can say it. I'm a Jew.
That's sick.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
man. Yeah, this album, though, I mean, it was awesome. I don't think I have a copy, and I wish I kind of did.
Do you know what the concept of this record was? Because I told Bill, I was
Is
like,
it a
there's
concept album?
Yeah, this and Keziah are both concept records. And I know Keziah is about like feminism and shit. But
No, I don't think
I don't know what-
what this one was about.
because he keeps talking about like Genghis Khan and shit.
It has to do with goddess worship and how there has been this degendering of the Lord and Savior and the suppressed feminine.
so they're
this is
doing
the one
so
about
they're
it.
doing fucking more gender
Yeah.
stuff. That's weird.
A lot of it is based in Genghis Khan and old Irish mythology about the rise and fall of the goddess of the forest. The theme can be more appreciated by more people. If I had to reduce it to its simplest form, the concept is about the reemerging of goddess worship and the erosion of faith in scientific process. Okay.
Dude, I wasn't thinking about this shit when I was 20. What the fuck,
Yeah,
dude?
what? This album has nothing to be intellectual. Yeah, I don't know, man.
And it's just
yeah,
weird
whatever.
that, like later, they totally dropped that shit later and they just wrote simple shit.
Well, didn't their bass player write all the lyrics before?
Yeah, and then he wrote.
left.
Well, he left after Volition.
I thought he left after Scurrilous.
No, he left because the drummer left after Scurrilous.
Oh, okay.
Then the bassist left after Volition because he didn't do a tour and then he just quit.
Yeah.
Because he was like, whatever, fuck, dude, I got to piss too.
Alrighty. Looks like I'm going solo.
I don't want to leave you hanging.
Let's go, man. It looks like you're about to piss your pants, boy.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm drinking too many beers.
All right. Welcome, everybody. It's just me.
Dude, Bill Burr, man.
Yeah. Do the Bill Burr. Yay!
Yeah, you fucking
I fucking hate you, cars. I drive a helicopter. Yeah, isn't that weird? Guys, everybody here, like thinking about rich people's like hobbies and shit. That's cool though, I guess. I mean, I don't know though. I think if I had a lot of money, I wouldn't go helicoptering or like learn how to pilot a helicopter along those lines. But yeah, here we are. Shitting here in the good old studio. Bill is shitting. Alex is pissing. I am sitting. Yeah, pretty much. And I'm debating if I should hit this bong, guys. What do you think? Yes or yes? Probably yes. What time is it? 5:17. I think it'll be a yes, personally. So I hope Bill can edit this out because I don't know what to say right now other than protest the hero. There we go.
Hey, you see how fast I took a piss there?
Yeah, it was quick, man. Did you
Well, they
run?
call me the Pissmaster General.
Did you go in your socks?
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I walked in my socks. Yeah.
Nasty.
I thought you meant I pissed in my socks.
You piss in your socks, boy. Hey, you take a piss in your socks, boy.
What's wrong, kiddo? You piss in your socks?
Yeah. You piss.
Yeah, dude, the Pissmaster General, man.
What's the matter? You piss your socks, kid. Come on!
Yeah.
Can we cut this whole section out?
God damn you.
Well, I was by myself because Alex had to go to
I
the
had to piss
bathroom.
too.
Oh, no.
I just had to talk about how my dad's choking on a piece of meat at this moment, and I have to figure out if I have to run back and get the car to him or not. But they're not keeping me posted, really. So,
Yeah, so the last like 2 minutes, maybe.
yeah. Anyway, sorry.
No, it's all right. I don't.
We were talking about protest here before.
I believe you.
All
All right, we're good. Anyway, I don't know, anything more
About Protest the Hero? No, I'm good. I think I made my point.
Yeah, this is a fun
Yeah.
album. I like this.
It is a
one
cool
lot.
one. Yeah, I like this album.
It shows up in my car every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you have a copy of it?
Hmm?
Oh, I wish I did.
Yeah,
I
a copy
don't.
of this and
Keziah.
Mm.
Damn, that's a good one too. I haven't listened to that album in a while, but I've listened to that more recently than Fortress. I
Yeah,
think.
no, I just my final thought on it is I feel like Fortress like tries to copy a lot of what made Keziah great. There's that one song that has that really like the for a million years. Raise
Very
your
big
glass.
chorus, yeah.
It
Yeah.
reminds me of that maybe someday when.
Oh, kind of, I guess.
I feel like they tried to copy the magic on Keziah, and it just at least it
think it
sounded
translated.
better, you know. But I don't know. And then I feel like after that, it's like they got more down to earth and sick, and I don't know, man. Look, man.
That makes sense as far as your lineage goes, though, because I heard Fortress first before I heard Keziah, so
Yeah,
I
me
didn't
too.
know of
Okay.
it. So I was impressed by this, and then when I went back and listened to Keziah, I was like, oh, this is cool, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's when Scurrilous came out, and I was just like, I don't give a fuck. None of this has
Yeah.
hooks.
Yeah, I mean, now that I fucking listen back to all Protest the Hero, I really don't like care as much. I used to like that band a lot, but it
I know.
doesn't grab me the same way at all.
Yeah, I mean, none of the stuff after this record grabbed me like this record and Keziah did. That's for sure. But you know, to each their own. How many albums? And they just came out with an album like
Yeah, that
this
one
year,
last,
right?
that one last year. Yeah,
Was it last year?
7.
2009
Palimpsest or something?
Yeah, the Palmerist.
Palmerist, yeah.
Yeah,
Arnold
the
Palmerist.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about that "Make America Great Again" shit. Or whatever the fuck they had some song where he said "Make America Great Again." And he was like trying to lampoon American politics, and it's like,
Really?
yeah, fuck you. You're Canadian. You voted for a guy named Justin. Fuck off. Fucking.
Oh, they
dick.
did that Pacific Myth thing.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That had some good
I
shit.
don't think I ever listened to it.
That had some cool shit because that was when they were doing that Bandcamp subscription thing because they were like,
Yeah.
oh, we like did this crowdfunding thing for Volition. So now every time we release a record, we have to do something like out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, you could just like release a record.
Well, it's interesting. I don't know if it's either the guitar player or if it's both guitar players, but they own that company.
Yeah,
Sheet Happens.
That's right. Yeah.
What's up?
They
It's a
print those
tab.
tablature books, and they also like make vinyls and stuff like that. Yeah.
They own that fucking company?
Those are the guys. Yeah, those are the guitar players, I think, or at least one of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
no shit. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, so they
Good
make those
for
books
them.
and shit. Like Rivers has a couple, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
fucking Arcspire in
Arcspire,
theory.
Yeah.
They're like
That's-
sponsored by
Yeah.
that company.
Yep.
Like,
There you go.
his YouTube channel is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, then that's Protest.
No
At
shit.
least
I
those
didn't know
guys.
that.
Yeah.
Huh.
And it's just, I don't think they'll ever really be a big touring band again. Probably.
No, I think
Seems like
they're
done doing
kind
that.
of over it. Yeah. Which
Yeah,
is,
that new album was pretty rough.
his vocals are just rough as shit. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like he went through fucking throat like polyp surgery, I think, and some shit.
Yeah.
But so I mean, it's obviously not going to be. But it's like, I don't know. Maybe you should just like try to do something different with
Change
the
it up.
vocals. You know,
Yeah.
Maybe go a little lower or something. I don't know. Like,
I
because
heard him on-
some of the shit's kind of rough. It just sounds different too. It's just I don't know.
What was it the 12 minutes to midnight or whatever? Like they've been doing those like cover songs.
Oh,
with,
the
like,
YouTube
multiple-
channel?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they have
yeah.
like multiple band members. And there's one with Roddy on it that I was like, oh yeah, I don't know, he sounded good.
Yeah.
I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary, but it might have been an easier register for him. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Because
What
he
did do
does
fucking-
like
did
his
he do
range,
fucking
at
about
least like on these albums, is like pretty insane. You know, like
Did he do About a Girl by Nirvana or something?
no,
What did he cover?
fuck was it? I don't know. I don't even remember now. I don't know. What was it?
Did you guys hear that new Puddle of Mud song?
No, is there a new Puddle of
No.
Mud song?
Yeah, it came out like a couple weeks ago. It's really fucking rough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's funny.
Was it Wes Scanlon? Is that
Yeah,
what it
the
was?
video is really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he just gets like, you could clearly tell you like went to some like busted strip club and got like girls to be in the video for it that were not attractive.
the
It's really-
Thursday crew.
Yeah, it's really funny, dude.
Fair enough.
It's like,
well, I'm sure they didn't have much of a budget. That's why.
yeah. I mean, fucking, I don't.
You got that weekend
I don't know.
crew
Like,
budget.
if once you get to a certain level of like attractiveness, you're not gonna touch Wes Scantlin. So fucking, you know, he doesn't have any money.
Fair enough.
Wants you to fucking smack his ass, dude. He likes the way you smack his ass.
Wes Scanlon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that song?
Song.
Control by
Lyric.
Puddle.
I only know that one song.
You
Do
don't
you
know-
like this band? Do you
Yeah,
like
no, that was on the
was a
radio and
huge
shit,
song.
dude. Yeah.
Control?
Yeah. I can't control you.
I don't remember that. I
Yeah.
only remember
You would know it if
She
you heard it.
fucking hates me.
Oh, really?
La 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 la.
Yeah, that was probably
song.
their biggest song.
And then I
imagine.
remember Can you
Blurry?
take it all
Yeah, Blurry,
away?
yeah.
I thought that was their biggest song.
That was a pretty big one too, but Control was big.
I like
That's
the
also a
counterparts
good one.
intro. And all I is
Yeah, all the fucking harmonics and shit. Yeah.
So clean.
No, he had that part in the
Yeah.
fucking Control song where he's like, I like the way you look at me. I like the way you smack my ass.
I don't remember that
Yeah.
song.
And he's like the whole like interlude, he keeps saying, I like the way you smack my ass.
Oh, maybe I do
Yeah.
remember this song. He
that was
says
on like
that?
yeah, I like the
Says
way
it a
you
few
smack my ass.
His
Yeah.
own ass?
Yeah.
Is he like getting pegged or some shit?
He's like he's getting his ass smacked.
Yeah.
Because he's a skinny little fucking bitch from Kansas City.
Yeah, he does look like one. Is that where they're from?
I think so.
Puddle of Mud.
Yeah, Puddle of Mudded.
Well, yeah, what's up with that bad band
The
name?
2 D's.
Yeah.
Because Fred Durst fucking, he's like, yo, man, you gotta spell your shit wrong.
He said that?
I mean, Fred Durst discovered that band, so I imagine
He
was-
did?
yeah. I didn't. Yeah, look it up. He definitely did.
Wow.
And he probably told him like, "Yo, man, you gotta fuck your spelling up.
You gotta
man,
fuck your shit
partner.
up. Doesn't-
All right, partner, fuck your spelling up. It's time to roll, baby."
Yeah, whatever. That band's sick.
No, they're not. Limp
Yeah, I
Bizkit
think they're
sucks.
fucking sick as fuck, dude.
Nah, I'm sick of this Limp Bizkit worship, man.
It
I
is
can't
definitely
stand
like big now, and I
Yeah,
agree why
I
you could
piss
hate it,
off.
but they are a
It
sick
pisses
band.
me
and they
off because that
deserve
band
it.
sucks and they've always sucked. Nookie is the only good thing they've ever done.
That's not true.
Strong.
at all.
Nookie is a fucking sick
Yeah.
song with
It is
a
a
good
sick
riff.
song. Issues riff.
Yeah, awesome riff.
The Issues
dude.
riff at the beginning.
Remember
yeah.
Sky Eats Airplanes cover of Nookie?
I never listened to it.
Yeah, it was bad.
I think that whole second record is good, and that song "Boiler" is really fucking
That's
sick.
an awesome fucking. That's
When
probably
you
my
know
favorite
that I'm never
song
coming
ever.
back. Yeah, the drums are sick.
Why does he always
Why'd
do
you
that?
have to go and hurt somebody like me?
Why does he always do that melody? The ba-da-na-na-na. He always does that
Da-dee-da.
kind of. Yeah.
I don't know.
La-dee-da. Because he does that in that new fucking, that dad vibe song.
Yeah.
He goes, la-dee-da.
That song kind of sucked.
That song is not cool.
Yeah.
It ends in like 5 seconds.
It's so weird.
It's just like
Isn't
a
it?
demo that they played, but it
Yeah.
was just like there's like no real instruments barely on
Yeah,
it. I'm
it's
just
Yeah,
like,
just in the
like,
chorus, and
what's
it's just
going
like
on?
all cotton
La-dee-da.
spliced. La-dee-da.
yeah.
And he does that all the time. He does that in the fucking My Way or the Highway song.
I don't know. Maybe it's his signature.
Yeah,
move,
dude. That's like that's like Costanza.
Yeah, Costanza.
Head.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Gets stuck in the head.
Steinbrenner. Yeah, it's like Steinbrenner,
Exactly
dude.
like that.
Costanza.
No, because
No.
George Costanza. Remember when he was like dating that
chick,
girl, and he was
yeah.
like,
Costanza.
I just got to stick in her head, you know, like I just got to
Like an
like make,
earworm,
I got to
yeah.
make her, be like by men, and
Yeah, he's like,
he
Yeah,
goes,
Costanza.
Costanza.
Yeah, very sick.
And she like remembers it.
Yeah.
It's a sick move, dude.
That's a
Yeah,
good
that's sick.
He buys that Russian hat. That's so fucking
Yeah,
cool.
that is cool,
Yeah,
man.
That's a good episode.
You should get one of those.
I should. That would be
Yeah.
really sick. Just walk down the street
That's
doing
your Russian.
that. Yeah. Wow, no!
Yeah.
I get shot.
Yeah. Chicago Russian mafia killed my friend. He's fucked. Yeah. All for nothing. All right. Well, lastly, we got my favorite pick of this episode.
Is this really? You like this more than Oncoming Storm?
Probably now as like an adult, I would more rather listen to this.
Really?
Yeah, because
interesting.
I think the best. Well, no, I disagree. I think this band is the best vocalist, though, clean vocalist, not the main dude.
Definitely. Oh yeah. I hate
Right
them,
now,
man.
we're here to talk about being as an ocean and the poetry that is found within their
dude,
music.
strong disagree.
I hate that guy, but the guy that does the singing, I
Oh,
like.
the guy that was doing whole paragraphs. I was like, what the fuck?
Well,
is
let's
this
start it
slam
off by saying they're a
poetry
Christian
shit?
band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were like very.
Never heard of him before.
I think they
Yeah.
were like
Never heard
vaguely
of them.
like they were like.
I
vaguely
love this
Christian.
album, though.
I think
Why is that
even.
beeping?
GoPros.
Why'd that shut off?
I don't know.
Russian mafia
Yeah,
killed
turn it.
my friend. When I went home and I took it back because my head felt hot.
Technical difficulties. Being as a broshin, dude.
Yeah, dude.
The poets cry for more, man.
That song. Whoa, rolling that gold.
Yeah.
That was my favorite song. That song is like
That's a great
solid as
song.
shit, dude. Yeah,
That's a great chorus, too.
yeah, awesome
Yeah,
chorus.
such good, like,
Tower
melody.
in my oak.
Yeah, just gay lyrics.
Yeah,
I
awful.
shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. But, yeah, very awful. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. This is probably their only good record, in my opinion.
Yeah, their first record was Dear God with the fucking O missing.
Yeah.
Really Dear Good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dear good.
that record's okay. That has some cool songs on it. It's a lot more fucking spoken word shit than this
Yeah.
record.
There's more.
On the first record, Dear God,
There's a lot of like, slam
there's
poetry.
a lot more shit. Like he kind of delegates that shit to like the end of the songs on this record. Like he'll do it at the end. But like, there's a whole middle section. Like that song, the hardest part of forgetting is remembering that I loved you or some shit. I don't remember what the song's
Oh,
called.
it's like Folgers.
Yeah, yeah. The hardest part about waking up is remembering that I had to listen to Being as an Ocean for a podcast today.
Yeah.
The fucking yeah, but that song, the whole middle is like him like talking. But this band, so I was a huge fan. I was like 22 when this record came out, and I was going through a breakup, and it was a big fucking.
That sounds.
Oh yeah, dude, it was
got you
fucking
through it.
real for me, man. And it's like the only record they have that sounds like this. It's the most concise. It's like sick, like metalcore choruses, and they have like, you know, like It doesn't ever get to that heavy either. It's just kind of like a melodic record, and like everything after this they've done has just been like radio rock wannabe shit. Weird, like Imagine Dragons, 21 Pilots type shit. Well, the record directly after this one, for the most part.
I mean, there's still some metalcore aspects to it too, but it's not that great.
The last record they did was straight up like pop. It sucked. That Proxy record.
What year did this album come out?
2004, beginning of 2014. Yeah, like April. Or something.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was way earlier.
Oh no! It was,
They're more of an I don't know. They're not like an old metalcore band. They're
gotcha.
They're fucking
interesting.
Yeah, they're a newer band. And
I would have assumed like 2008, 2009.
Okay,
just by hearing it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, that's a good. I could see that. I guess to
like,
a certain crowd.
There's moments on this album that remind me of like Glassjaw and Protest the Hero.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Poison the Well. These like
Glassjaw for sure.
Glassjaw for sure because of
the
and Protest, or why do I keep saying that? Poison the Well. There's like riffage that kind of reminds me of that.
Sure.
Which is why I thought, I was like, oh, this has to be like 2008, 2000. And it's like, give or take. Like,
well, there was a weird thing in like the early 2010s where there was like this weird marriage of like hardcore and pop punk community where they would kind of like tour with each other. It was a weird fucking thing. And like all those bands, like hardcore bands and like pop punk bands alike, became just like grunge shit, and it was like this weird conversion. Like at that time, like around 2014, all those bands like started doing that, and but Being As an Ocean kind of avoided that. They just like went to a weird pop rock phase after this record, which was, I don't think anybody like likes this. Like, cause the last two records they've done have been independently released, like 2017 and 2019. And I don't think like anybody gives a shit about this band. Like they did this weird thing where they only toured with the same like 5 bands. Like every tour was either with Counterparts, Hundredth, Stick to Your Guns, Varials.
Really?
Yeah, like just all those, but like they only toured with those bands. Like every fucking year they would do at least 1, possibly 2 tours with these bands, and it was just like either like in America or Europe or whatever. But it was like they would always tour with the same shit, and it was really fucking weird because it was just like they just never branched out, and they probably could have like got onto some like tours with like, I don't know, Coheed and Cambria or some shit, you know. I don't know. Not like it's that easy just to do that, but it's like they could have, you know what I mean? Like they branch out and like tour with other bands. They probably could have expanded their audience a little more. Like more people would give a shit, you know? Yeah, it was just like they never fucking like they were. I mean, this record in particular was like a big deal for them. I remember like it's like looking on Wikipedia, it was like the only one that like that broke the top 200 on Billboard.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it was a 57 on the Billboard.
Holy shit, that's cool.
Yeah, which was pretty. I mean, like, and this was like a big deal. Like if you were on Tumblr and shit, like people loved this band because it was like, you know, that deep shit. You know?
Deep lyrical meaning. Bullshit. Yeah, but fuck all the God stuff, man. It's hard. Yeah. That's why that's the only thing that's hard for me about this band to like listen to something. But it's like you can listen to it and not give a fuck. You know, like it's easy.
I didn't really.
Yeah, right.
There's not a whole lot that.
But knowing this band, going into it, like I did know. So my discovery of this was like weird for me to get. I love this album though.
Yeah.
But I'm
surprised you like this.
Oh yeah, you turned me on to this band because you showed me the Elijah, that band that. So the guy that does the good singing in this band, like most of the choruses
and shit. Yeah.
He used to be in a metalcore band called the Elijah or I don't even know if they're metalcore, whatever.
They were like they had a lot of like really post rock shit, like post metal. Like they had like big fucking spaces. And you know, they're a really cool band. Check out the Elijah, the song I loved, the whole album I loved, I hated, I destroyed, I created.
It was good.
It's really fucking just like
pussy shit.
Yeah,
that's good, though.
It's just like heavy. Like, okay, I get it. You broke up with a girl that broke your heart, and it's like, it's very heavy-handed and very like trying to find deep meaning in something when you're like 22. But that's what I wanted at the time,
right?
And, he joined this band, and he
ended up joining. That Elijah broke up, I think, or they only
they only did that one record and an EP before that.
And then you were like, oh, if you like that, he's in Being As an Ocean. I was like, oh, because I remember first hearing of Being As an Ocean, and I first saw a music video from that first album, and I thought it was like the most cringe shit in the world. This guy showed me the music video where they're in like a field, like playing like an acoustic breakdown or something, and the dude is just like doing this spoken word speech, and I'm like, I hate this. Like I couldn't stand it.
Well, there's that song Dear God, it's the title track.
Yeah,
I remember because I remember one time it was before I was in Warforged, it was me, you, Christian, and Mark, and we went out to that place Duck Fats in Forest Park.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I remember playing that song, and like I remember Christian talking about like how people on message boards were like, when they heard this song, they're like, "Where's the guitar? Like, where's guitars? Like, why doesn't this?" Because it's like, it's weird because it's like clean guitar, like they're like like some weird like 3/8 note pattern thing, and then like there's like a breakdown under it, but like. It sounds like there's like your ears are like where there should be guitars here, but it's only bass and then like clean thing, but it's like a digga it's like a breakdown pattern under it, and it's like, but it's like not heavy. It's weird, and like that's what I loved it. I was like, this is cool. Yeah, I was like, this is really cool, and it's like.
I hate
something I never heard, but I remember playing it on that ride and like you guys hating it, and then like
fuck this
years later,
and now I like their. I still don't like that album.
Yeah, I was say that album is
this one's really good. The music on this is so much better.
For it too.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
They're on like a cliffside or something, like a grassy cliffside.
Yeah, this album, How We Both Wondrously Perish. First off, let's talk about that sick Bed Bath and Beyond album cover.
Yeah, right. This fucking ad.
Yeah, we got the hoe laying in bed with the wife beater on and her
fresh linens.
Yeah, it literally looks like you could play this at like a wedding or something.
They probably edited her nipples out too because they wanted it to be less sexual.
Like nipples.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure those nipples were poking through that little.
God doesn't like nipples because he don't have them and he jealous.
Yeah, he jealous, man. Yeah, he jealous of them titties.
But there's a lot of good songs on this. Like I really like Exquisite Dolier. Yeah, I like that song.
That song kicks ass.
I like that's great. Black Wing scrapes the air, whatever the fuck. And
that song is awesome as shit, too.
Yeah, We Drag the Dead on Leashes. That's sick. And that's a sick song name, too.
Phantom standing in the aisle.
Yeah, that shit sucks. Yeah. And I hate when that guy sings. He sounds so bad.
Yeah, he does it on like the last two songs. He said, 5-year drought.
Yeah.
I wish I had a video of me listening to this the first time. I was in my car.
Yeah, were you laughing?
I was driving. And like,
it's funny, man.
I think it's like
time you hear it and you don't expect it.
Maybe it's the second song where the first song has like a small snippet of like the talking stuff, but then the second song, I think it's like towards the end.
He does the whole outro,
paragraph, And I wish I had my reaction because I literally said out loud, I was like, oh, come on. It's like, God damn it. And I was like, I know where this album's going now. And like, But I mean, there's moments of it that I liked. Like, there's some good riffs throughout. Like,
there's awesome choruses and shit.
Yeah,
dude.
fucking
like, great there's some cool shit in this record. But
and just the songwriting's really good, I think. Like, even the guitar parts are really cool. And I like the production on the album. I like how it sounds really warm.
Yeah, it's like, the guitars are like, they have like a twang, but they're also like fucking, they're not too heavy. But they're like perfect. But
yeah, it is pretty good. The drumming is kind of whatever. Like you don't even need a drummer in this band. Really.
Yeah, you could program that shit.
Yeah, too flashy.
Yeah, I remember. I went to shout out to fucking Austin Peters from Outrun the Sunlight because he let me fucking come to Audio Tree when they played.
Oh, did you watch them?
Yeah, I was like in the studio with him, and I like told the one guy, I was like, "Yo, man, I love the Elijah." He's like, "I didn't know any Americans knew the Elijah."
That was
I was like, "Oh yeah," and he was like, "I was like, yeah, it's sick." But I remember them.
Were you?
I mean, this was like when that record came out and they played.
This album came out?
Yeah, it was like that summer, like 2014, maybe late 2014, but it was definitely 2014. And then
I didn't know.
I didn't know you go like
1975, but I don't even know if they had an album out yet.
Yeah, they had the first record out by then, but I definitely wouldn't.
1974.
1975. But
they're better than this band. Now they are for sure.
For sure they are. But yeah, I remember because they were playing Sub T that night, so they did Audio Tree that day.
Okay.
And then I saw them later at Sub T. But I went to the audio. He invited me to the Audio Tree, and like I remember they were like, "Can we have the whole Audio Tree session in black and white except the singer's eyes? We wanted them to show how blue they are." They just wanted the eyes to be in color, and I was like,
"They asked that?
Yeah,
you heard them ask that?
Yeah.
Who was it?
I want to say the drummer."
Oh God!
I think it was a guy. He had short hair and a backwards cap.
Did
so
they
I think
do
it was.
that?
I don't. I think if you look it up, I think it's just in black and white.
Oh,
because they were like, that's really hard to just like.
Dude, that's some like serious post editing.
Yeah, that's not easy to do, and it's also lame as shit.
I mean, black and white, I guess. Like, whatever.
That was a fucking awesome audio tree session. Yeah, that was an awesome audio tree.
Would, but that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, they used to get like bands like that, like back in that time, like they would get fucking post-hardcore bands and shit to play a lot in that, and like. Because like nowadays it's all like, you know, kind of indie or math shit. Yeah, it's like very mathcore stuff, you know. But fucking weirdo.
Just fly, man.
Yeah.
He's just
he wants some beer, dude. He wants to get
burn
drunk,
his ass.
dude. I should
kill him. We
There's like a little bit of beer in the bottom, he'll go in and die.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I saw this band a bunch when this fucking album came out.
On your forehead. Now he not.
Now you're not.
But I saw this band a bunch.
How did you discover this band?
I just discovered them through like because I liked Counterparts and I liked fucking bands like that, pop punk bands and shit, and they were just like in the scene. You just go, oh, okay, let's see what this is all about, you know, and then you just fucking listen to it. You're like, oh, that's awesome, and like that spoken word shit was like really big for like a second. And then it just totally fucking, because that band Listener that used to tour with the Chariot all the time, they were like, they blew that shit up. Yeah, they blew that shit the fuck up.
Did that like a motherfucker.
Kind of, yeah. He still does. They do it on the new album a bunch.
Jordo, dude.
Well, it's the old singer.
Hope you know I tried to find those pictures, Jordo.
Yeah.
It's always, I mean, whatever, do what
man,
you
I swear I give it all up for you.
But it's just always awkward because they're trying to talk to like a tempo and they have to like sometimes talk awkwardly fast. And that's what really throws
when they do it live, it's always like I definitely remember one time seeing Biga's Notion live and he tried to do that. He
was like out of breath. Like,
well, he like fucked it up. He didn't leave himself enough space
to get all the words.
And then he fucking cut
you have to be
the last
like
2 lines or whatever. Yeah. There's definitely videos of me like fucking like trying not to cry when I see them. Like if you like, there's one of them at Fireside Bowl where the singer's like going through the audience and stuff, and then there's one at Reggie's where he's going through Beat Kitchen.
Did you cry?
Cool.
I definitely was trying not to, but because I was such a little fucking bitch back then, I would cry at shows when I
cry at shows now.
Yeah, but like I would cry for good reasons. Now, not for reasons of guys doing lyrics. I'd cry for reasons of guys fucking nailing shit. You know?
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, then you got to see Deicide tonight because you'll cry. It's so good. Yeah, stupid. But yeah, I like this album a lot.
I would love to meet that guy.
Glenn
Benton's so good. He's like crying because he's so good. Like,
I'll be that guy, man. Awesome. If I get high enough, I could do that probably.
No, this band came out. They came out like a bunch of times to Reggie's and to Beat Kitchen. To Southern.
I remember when they played around.
Where are they from?
They're from all over because the one guy's from London, the singer, the clean vocalist, and then I think the other guys are from California, and then I think the one guy lives in like Berlin.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
So some weird shit.
They're from all over, but I think like most of the guys are originally from like Orange County or some shit, you know? Yeah. But they were like a really big Tumblr band, man. They were huge on Tumblr because
fighting
like
the God and fighting
that
the
deep
Lord
shit. Yeah.
Fight. Fighting the Lord's fight.
Yeah, the Lord.
You know.
Yeah, man. Their later shit is just like it's been went off, man.
Yeah, there's a couple songs on one of the new, not Little the newest Richie, one, but the one before. There's some okay songs. Yeah, I mean, what?
Yeah, that song's stupid.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of the shit later on has like a lot of this weird modern electronic production incorporated in it, and it just doesn't. I don't know. To me, it's not anywhere near.
I don't know who they're playing to. You know, it's like I don't know like who would be like, from the hardcore scene that would know about them, and then also just be into like fucking like weird like lame generic pop rock that doesn't matter. I don't know. It's just weird like.
Maybe they're just trying to get another crowd.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't think it didn't work. Clearly, I don't know. It just sucks because it was like this album was really cool, and if they went more like, you know, just like post rock with it, or if they went more just like big melodic with it, I think it would have been a way better fucking beneficial. Yeah. Like if they would have just
more
like,
in their wheelhouse,
even like indie or something. If they would have just done like clean shit with like trumpets or something, you know, it would have been like that fucking. the second to last song with the trumpet solo. If they had just done a whole album with that
one,
kind
like
of
threw
shit.
me off. I was like, "What's going on here?" Like,
Yeah, that's
all right.
weird. That's a weird
Like,
fucking song. But the song about his mom like having cancer or whatever the fuck
what
that
it's
was.
about?
It seems like it. I
It's
think
a really-
that's
yeah.
a big spoken word song.
Oh, I know. It was like it was turned into like a slam poetry section. I was like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the shit where on this album that I have to kind of like tap out on, where I'm just kind of
It's a lot though.
Yeah, it is a lot
If
of
it wasn't as much, I don't think
Yeah.
I would be even talking about it. I'd probably be like mentioning it, but yeah, you know, talking about it's not much.
Well, I mean, it was such a big part of that band prior to this album that I see how it makes sense. But
Well,
like,
it was also one. That's what confuses me is the fact that they came out in 2014. Like,
Yeah,
it just
right.
seems like this should be around that time where that was like kind of a thing. Because, like I said, Misery Signal is kind of like,
yeah,
like people heard that and they're like, oh, if you
Yeah,
can do it,
let's
we
run
can do
with
it.
it,
And
yeah.
then boom, I started hearing it everywhere.
yeah,
So yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah, that is a real surprise for me.
yeah, man. It's
2014, interesting.
It is very weird because I hated this band forever. I just
Really?
didn't give a fuck. Yeah,
That's why I was
and the-
surprised that you really liked it.
Oh, I like the singer a lot. I mean, it's the choruses that make this album for me easily.
Fair
There's
enough.
some really great choruses. And granted, I do think this is a front-loaded album too. Like the first half I think is better than the
Yeah.
second because
Yeah.
the last few songs kind of peter out for me, which sucks with a record that's like that big or
It's-
that powerful sounding.
Yeah, it just seems like they just tried to branch out a little
Yeah.
bit more at the tail end and just kind of
Yeah.
put it in the back with the hopes of like, well, if it doesn't do well, it doesn't do well. It's in
Yeah.
the back. Who cares? Yeah.
And this was released on some minor label. It was on like In Vogue Records or some shit like that.
What label were they on before? Were they on a bigger label?
No, I don't think so.
No,
Yeah, because their
okay.
first album came out in 2012, but I don't know if that was on. Yeah, this one was on In Vogue. I don't know what the first one was on. It says, oh no, I think it was self-released. The first one, Being is an Ocean, and then I don't know what they're on now.
Right. So they're a pretty DIY band then.
Yeah, they're on a label called Believe. Maybe it's like a
That sounds like a Christian
yeah,
label.
yeah.
What was the big Christian label back in the day?
There
Solid
was
State?
Solid State,
Yeah.
and there was Tooth. Wasn't there another one?
Solid State was the one I remember.
Face
the
Down
most.
Records is a Christian
Is that
label
another
too.
one?
Yeah, Face Down had like War of Ages and
In Vogue was a Christian label.
no,
No,
but
I don't
we're talking
know.
about Christian labels now.
I was just trying to figure out like if they were ever on like a really big label, but it seems like
It was just
I
In
don't know
Vogue.
what their label history is.
It was just In Vogue.
In Vogue, I don't think is a record label anymore though. They're on
Yeah, but
something else
that's
now.
why they were on it. When they're independent,
Oh, yeah.
the last two records have been by themselves.
Damn,
Yeah.
maybe they got licensing deals. It looks like it because they're licensed on Spotify, licensed to Believe Records, and then whatever else I just saw.
Christian labels.
Well, yeah, there was like that
Like,
that album Proxy or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the
An
Animo store.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
It's some weird thing about like creating an artificial intelligence to save the world. I don't remember what the fucking story is because nobody likes
It's
it.
Terminator.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it was licensed to Believe.
Which is their label, I take it.
Maybe, I don't
Or
know.
LLC,
But then they have a
whatever.
single that came out this year,
Oh shit! Really? When?
Catch the Wind. Came out March 5th, and it's on.
Oh fuck!
It says Out of Line Music, and I don't know what that is.
Oh fuck! I didn't realize they put out a song this year. That's
Yeah.
sick. I gotta listen to that when I get home.
It's probably not good.
It's one of those things I will always like try to listen to something new from this band because I did love them like a lot at
Yeah.
one point.
I get that.
you know?
Yeah. Like, you
Even though I
always
don't
wanna
like
give 'em a
any of
shot.
it, it's like In Flames. I'll like whenever they put
Gotta
out
give
a
it
new
a
song.
shot, yeah.
I'll
I'll
be like,
listen
yeah,
to
I'm
it.
not gonna
Yeah,
like
I'm
it, but
good
I'll
for-
probably
yeah.
like it. I'll listen to it. Dream Theater, I do that shit too. I'll listen to your new song, but I don't have to like it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll give it the one play, and then that might be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Yeah,
Who
man.
knows? They might like kind of did that with Every Time I Die with like their albums after Hot Damn, where I was like, the singles. I was like,
Did you
they're
listen to
good.
that one that came
And
out the
then
other day?
The new single.
Yeah.
Yeah, that riff is a ripoff of something else. And I can't.
Oh, is it
really?
really?
Totally.
Is that the one with the music video? I saw that the other
music
day.
video.
I didn't watch it, but
I like the music video. Like, I
like
mean, that's
it.
another band that's like.
I like the one music video they had a couple years ago where they showed that guy's dick. That was funny. I think I talked about it when you brought up Every Time I Die
Before.
on that 2 episodes ago, I think.
The guy's dick. I don't remember that.
Yeah, they show some guy's dick. Something
From
about
the band?
decaying with the boys. It's a stunt
Okay.
dick, I think, because they only show him
Stunt
from the
cock.
waist down. Yeah, it's a stunt cock.
Yeah. I saw they have it. They're finally coming out with that record that
Yeah,
they started
Radical.
releasing
Yeah.
singles for back in like 2019
Yeah,
or whatever
nuts.
the fuck.
Yeah.
That sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably just waited for the pandemic.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what they did. But now you might be waiting longer, boys. Well, I mean, they have a release, but
Delta edition.
yeah, for
Yeah,
real,
Delta.
man. Who else? Somebody else canceled a tour. I saw.
9 Inch Nails.
Yeah,
That was the big one.
Oh, someone.
and there was another.
Yeah, it was a smaller metal band.
somebody-
Garth Brooks.
Yeah, Garth.
Oh, Misery Signals canceled their appearance at Furnace Fest.
yeah,
And I
yeah, which
think-
makes sense because they can't probably get into the country or something.
Yeah, I'm sure. I have no idea. Ugh. That
Yeah, there was a
sucks.
tour that got canceled. What the fuck was it? I don't remember.
I don't know.
It was like death metal though.
Yeah, I don't remember which one. There was an I Am Morbid tour that was going to go down in Europe where they were going to do like a whatever anniversary tour of Blessed Are the Sick and like Grave.
That was the
and
one that got
Gruesome and
canceled.
shit.
That's
Yeah,
what.
it's postponed.
That's
but
what I
yeah.
saw. That's what I saw today.
I saw that too. That tour is sick. I wish it was coming here.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, it wasn't even American.
Oh, poop.
Yeah, I remember the old poo.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Oh,
sick,
poo.
sick Nickelodeon thing to say.
Yeah. Oh, poo. Well, shit, y'all. I mean, I got nothing else to say about this bad boy.
No, I'm good, man. I mean,
It was a good, concise episode.
I just think
I
that-
know,
liked
right?
it.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I just think I think it's funny to make fucking Bill listen to Being as an Ocean, man.
Yeah, I was very curious to see. Did you like it?
I didn't mind it. It wasn't my
Okay.
favorite thing in the world.
But you didn't hate it?
I didn't hate it.
Cool.
It,
I mean-
it wasn't hard for me to listen to.
That's good.
There is a lot of
You
shit
know?
on it where you want to groan during the vocal parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
When I
cringe.
listen now, I'm like, no, that's shut up, dude.
Yeah.
That's why I keep saying, like, I'm just shocked that this came out in 2014. That's so
What a world,
threw
world.
me through a loop.
That
Sitting on the
fucking-
back of my car, wondering about
cadence,
God,
dude.
staring at me up from the skies.
Yeah, the cadence he always does. I want to wow.
Yeah. I don't believe it when I look through your face and I can see your nose hairs. Some shit like that. Whatever the fuck.
There's
You do that so perfectly.
did you ever-
I listen to this band a lot. Yeah.
I guess
Did you
so.
ever hear?
That's awesome.
Did you ever hear Hotel Books? Do you remember that?
Hotel?
They got posted
Oh,
on
yeah,
that
they're like this
Catatonic
band.
Youth
No.
one time.
Did they really?
Yeah, it's like this fat dude, and he's like fucking.
I remember that band Hotel Books.
Yeah,
I
they
thought
were
sucked.
Being as an Ocean, but the whole thing was the talking shit.
Yeah, they suck.
And it was just
Did
like
you like that?
ambient guitar.
I mean,
I
I'm
never
not
liked that. Was
surprised
too
that
much
they
for me.
had
I did like Listener at one point though, but I fucking hate Hotel Books. But if you want to listen, if you want to like just
Whole
cringe,
album of that.
yeah,
Holy
and it's like
shit. That's
he's like,
brutal. That's like
it was one
CIA
summer that
torture.
our love burned for each other and
Were
like
they
shit
Christian?
like that. I don't know if he was. Maybe. I mean, Hotel Books. When I think of a hotel book, I think of the Bible. So I
Yeah.
don't know. You know.
Or a book you read at a hotel, Jurassic Park.
Well, no.
Yes.
By Michael Croy.
There's
Yeah,
a
David
Bible in there.
Criterion.
I moved to the left. I flanked to the right.
Flank to the right.
Yeah. Six signal your eyes like that. Oi.
With the new
Flank
Roman
to
Reigns,
the
can
right.
we do a version where you just do it as spoken word?
Sure. Yeah, I'm
Just be
down.
like a secret
Yeah.
B-side for us. all
I
night.
saw your phantom
yeah,
standing
I
in
would
the
do that.
aisle.
I would
Yeah.
die laughing hearing like that. It'd be awesome.
Ugh.
It'd be
Danny
so
called
funny.
styrofoam cyberphone. Doesn't know how to read. Bogus. I'm sorry.
Styrofoam.
Yeah, he definitely said that. He's like, I
pretty cool,
didn't
dude.
say
That
that.
fucked up.
That rules.
Yeah, he
dude.
did. He
He didn't
definitely
call it
said.
cyberphone.
I heard cyberphone.
No. You were just fucking high.
Probably.
rules,
Whatever,
He did
man.
say it weird though.
Yeah.
didn't say it.
Styrofoam, maybe?
Yo, man, look, if I said cyberfoam, I would fucking own that shit because that's
Yeah,
sick.
cyberphone.
Yeah, dude.
Nah, Danny
Elon
owned
Musk
that every
styrofoam.
bad word.
Nah,
He'd
it's
be
not
all-
sick.
here all day.
Hey, oi, oi. All right.
Very good.
Yeah, we're almost done anyway.
Yeah, we were literally gonna wrap it up.
All right, plugs.
Yeah, the new Viljarda album that just got announced, which
Yeah.
is basically, it's titled the same thing as the first record, which
Really?
is sick. Yeah, but it's underwater now. It's about like the same concept, but the place is under. It's called. It's
I thought it was supposed to. I thought the album was called Toxin.
no, that's the single.
Yeah, I know, but I thought it was the title. I thought that was the title track.
No,
Oh, okay.
So
it's
like
called
Bioshock.
Mastodon Undervaten, which means underwater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
called the same. It's so what a sick idea.
Yeah,
It's
so
they're
fucking
returning to
funny.
the same concept, but 10 years later because their first album came out 10 years ago.
2011. Yeah, fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
we'll be
dude.
doing it on an
It's about-
episode. I just can't decide if I want to do it on
Bioshock,
death metal and make Nate listen to
Yeah, you
it,
do a death metal one,
or do
yeah.
it on this because it's
Are
like,
they
they
death
used to be a
metal?
gent band.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Whenever I hear that name, that's what I might. Associate
Now they're a
with.
lot more like death metal-y. It's
Really?
almost like
What's
from
coming out,
a
October?
harlot's mouth. Tony Danza meets death metal, kind of.
Really?
Yeah, it's sick. It's nasty, dude.
It's like October,
Oh,
October
yeah.
25th
Yeah, I might have
or
to check
something.
it out.
Yeah, October 22nd it comes out.
Okay, yeah.
It's 2 discs. It's 80 minutes long, and there's 17 songs on it.
Oh boy.
it's gonna
It
be
looks
sick.
fucking nuts. I'm so hyped. And the new singles just make you want to fucking throw a mattress over in like an overpass on a highway and
fuck
watch it
somebody
fuck
up.
up traffic.
Destroy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
That's good
stank,
shit, man.
dude. Yeah. And the album art is all sick, like frogs smoking flutes and shit like that.
Yeah, weird fucking
Weird
album art.
shit. It's cool. Here, I'm gonna just get your first impression of it right now. Just because I want to know what you think. And there's like a cat on the cover, which is sick.
I'm sold.
Yeah. Kind of. It looks sick though. Yeah, look at that. Look at that shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, isn't that
There's a lot
sick?
going on. That is the album art?
Yeah.
Weird. I like how like the wording is like off centered.
Yeah. It's cool, right? I love that shit.
Almost looks like the Cheshire Cat on a crack in the top.
Yeah,
there.
right?
Whoa. There's a lot going on here.
I know. I like the goat moon coming out on the left, top left. That goat moon shit. That's so sick, dude.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I see shit like that and I get so mad I didn't think of shit like that.
Yeah,
What the
that's
fuck?
one of those. Yeah.
It's definitely what that
fuck.
is. It's just like, man, I wish
is
I
really
literally
cool.
came up with all of like I
I
love
wouldn't.
that art
I wouldn't have
style.
made it. I wouldn't have made it yellow like that. But yeah, you know.
Yeah, maybe me either, but I do. I
don't
like it
mind the
more
color
now.
scheme.
And
It's cool.
did you look at those art posters they did? Like you could see all
I
the
didn't
art
see
for the
it.
album. They're on
Oh,
indie
that's
merch.
sick.
You could
Okay.
blow it up. It looks fucking
Okay,
nuts. Dude.
yeah, I got to do that.
Yeah, here I'll do it for you right now, man. You zoot suiter, zoot suit.
Zoot Suit Boogie, dude.
Yeah,
By Being as an Ocean.
yeah,
Oh fuck.
yeah. See, it looks nuts, man. And I don't even know how
That
much
honestly
it
looks
probably
like fucking
cost.
kind of our album art.
Yeah,
Like,
sort of.
It's like a similar
A
idea.
face, yeah.
A skull with a forest inside of it. Yeah, this rules, dude.
Yeah, looks nuts.
Yeah, sick like Norwegian mythology fucking art.
Yeah, very weird. Here, pass it to Bill after.
I'll start at the top left for you there.
And just look around. Yeah, I love like artwork like that though. That's
Yeah,
so
it's very
sick. I
cool.
wonder how much that costs them.
Well, it reminds me of that fucking Acacia Strain art almost.
Yeah, kind
Similar.
of. Yeah. That's why I like this band too. It's basically like just way weirder Acacia
Yeah, it's
Strain.
Norwegian
Sugar.
nerd
Yeah,
Acacia Strain.
Swedish.
Yeah.
Swedish.
Oh, they're Swedish? Yeah, okay.
They're Swedish.
I always think they're Norwegian.
Yeah, isn't that sick, dude?
or Finnish or something, whatever.
Whoa.
It's all the same shit.
What is this for?
It's a poster of
It
like
just kind of ties into the.
into the album. It's all the artwork they got done for the record.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. What's like. Because each thing has like a name associated with
Yeah,
it.
each piece I think is named after a song on the record.
Gotcha.
And it's like ties in the concept and shit, I guess. But
Oh.
looks sick. Yeah, look how fucking weird it is.
This is like an acid trip.
Yeah, that's nuts too. I got those. Yeah, it's a double pack because both of them are. There's two sides, and I think I'm just gonna get them framed.
Sick.
Yeah, and hang them up in my apartment.
Was it like is that coming in the fucking digipack like a
it
fold out
comes in-
thing?
No, so listen to this shit, and I fucked this up, but I kind of didn't because I probably would have gotten it anyway. But like, there was a exclusive vinyl bundle on Indie Merch.
Oh, yeah, you were
and
saying
it
that last
sold
night.
out like right away, and I didn't realize it. And I bought it the next day, like the big merch package, because I thought the vinyl came with it, but it doesn't. But it still comes with all the merch, which is fine.
All right, fair enough.
And I got the CD, so I'm good. But yeah, it was just very weird because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not even getting a CD copy or like a vinyl with this. I had to order the CD separately through Century Media. Yeah, they really screwed the fucking pooch
Man,
on
200
their pre-order.
200 vinyls? What the fuck?
I know, insane.
Get like 1,000, dude.
There'll be a repress, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure
Probably
there
only
will be.
limited because like right now vinyl pressing. Is
It's
like
insane. Yeah,
fucking nightmare.
And I'm so
Well,
mad
in
because
Europe,
I
it
would
might
have
be
bought it.
different,
I
right?
would have bought it the day
I
it
think it's
got
fucked
launched.
everywhere. Like
I should have bought it the day it got launched, and I was like, I'll just wait a day.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's fine. I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't even have a record player that works right now.
Yeah.
But it's cool because it comes with like the two really big, nice prints of all that artwork. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't want to
Very
fuck that up and just have it laying down on a table for the rest
Yeah,
of my
for
life. Like,
Yeah.
maybe I'll frame it and make it look good.
That would be
you know?
sick. It's
And
gonna
I
be a
love the
sick
first
man.
record. Like, it's just sick because like I'm just excited about this as I was 10 years ago for that first album. That like album like changed my life. I was so
really?
hyped on it. Yeah, I love that record. I know everybody else is just like, nah.
I mean, Max liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it that much.
You don't like the first one?
I mean, I liked it, but I just feel like it. I don't know. I was like trying to grow out of that shit at that
Yeah.
time, and I like.
Well, that was like the only band I liked like that at the time.
If it had came out in 2009, I would have been like fucking
Yeah.
stoked on it, you know. But I just fucking. I don't
you
know.
had your fucking safety fire tighty whities on.
Yeah.
Probably while you were listening, you're like, I don't like this. Your Sky Eats Airplane bandana tied around your fucking dick.
Yeah, dude, tied around in my back pocket to let other Sky Eats Airplanes know.
Yeah.
Their fans know that I could get fucked in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I had it in my back pocket so Jerry Roosh could fuck me with his water bottle sized cock.
Jerry, can you see my ass?
Remember him on
All right, so next week,
remember Jerry Roosh on Is Anyone Up? His cock was huge, man.
was that the webpage where just like all dudes like metal bands? Like,
Yeah, it was dudes, and it was like girls that were probably not of age, but I wasn't of age at the time either, so it wasn't illegal for me.
Out,
yeah.
That website does not exist anymore.
No, it's been gone for like 10 years.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah, for sure the best, dude.
Be.
That was a very bad website.
Yeah.
Yeah, no butthole, no care, I think was what they used to say. It was like NBHNC was like the thing, and like dudes would hold up signs and be like, no butthole, no care. So if you didn't show your ass, they wouldn't give a shit. Yeah, it was awful.
It sounds horrendous.
Yeah, I don't want to see your asshole. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's all I got to plug. I'm just excited about that record, and we'll be talking about it a lot on this show.
Roman Ring, September 4th, empty bottle. We've said it a few times now. We're still doing that, as far as we know.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Recording of the show.
I'll get my test and I'll fucking show it at the door so I can come.
Cool. Very
sick.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
All right, fellows.
All right, y'all.
Until next time.
We'll see y'all later.
I don't have a camera that I'm waving to.
Oh, shit. What happened? Did you figure it out?
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
It's going.
Gotcha. Alrighty, y'all. See you guys next time. Bye.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for checking out this week's episode. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Feel free to drop us a like or a comment on whatever platform you listen or watch us on. Share us on whatever social media you use. Every little bit counts, so we appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys next week.